All right. Hello, everybody. So, um, apologies for the late start. I'll just clarify. We will be hopefully starting soon. Um, Hold up here. Anyway, sorry, just kind of trying to figure everything out at the moment. This delay is operating a little bit differently than I expected. Okay, so we are going to get into this. First game we are going to be watching. Let's see what we can find here. Where is this? Yeah, so guys, just to explain briefly the rules of this tournament, we are doing. Okay, I guess we can watch this freak across. That's got to be somebody. So yeah, all the teams, everybody had to pre-submit a team for this tournament. So there will be no changing mid-tour, um, and all the teams were submitted before we knew there was Curum ban voting fraud. So yes, this tournament will be completely free of Curum. No worries there. Although we will have to deal with it on ladder now. And the other thing is this is Swiss style, so nobody's getting out immediately. What that basically means is if you lose, you're going to face somebody who also lost. If you win, you'll face someone who also won, and that will continue. And so this is the bracket here. We have about 40 entrants. So I think probably one or two people probably aren't going to show up, and we won't be able to see them. But also, let's just go back. Oh, okay. So I think I misunderstood the delay. Too loud? Yeah, so it looks like it was already recording when I did not know it was recording. So that's what's happening at the moment. But anyway, it looks like we're finally there. So let's just get this game is all sorts of terrifying situations going on. Let's um let's take a look and see how it got here. Okay, so we start off with a wellspring. Then we go to treads. Okay. See a Wisp come out. Yeah, that makes sense. Good. Wisp against this team is free, so good play there by um, Conor Industries. Okay, it looks like I see GG's in the chat, so it looks like this was a bit of a rough one. Yeah, please do let me know in chat if it's being too loud now. I was yelling before because I didn't think I was actually recording, just telling some people in my house to be quiet. But oh my god, oh geez, that's an entertaining turn. Lang says pink across, get me on commentary. Yeah, we might need that. Um, and yeah, all this is happening on Smog Doors. Wow, the Lumberry really coming in clutch there. Honestly, I feel like you should have DD'd again there. But yeah, this is yeah, just so we can see some other games. Yeah, this was a wash. Very nicely done to freak across. That's a strong performance. That is a strong performance. Um, Definitely. And somebody asked, what are the chances of a long PP war happening? They're not terrible, unfortunately. They are not terrible. we did have a few stall teams that were submitted. Okay, so we got a very quick game there. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Sure, let's watch this one. So this is going to be the Pokenerd versus Vaparis, and a very cool Sarina, unfortunately already dead. Let's take a look and see how we got here. Yep, so standard Pelipper lead, unfortunate Dragapult death to Draco. Not really sure why Scizor wouldn't come in there, maybe predicting the Will-O-Wisp. I guess Scizor was a little bit obvious. Manaphy going for the Tail Glow, makes sense. Got a Volt, fair enough. And then we have a critical hit Scald for the one-shot, which is unfortunate. Pult comes in, and unfortunately looks like the Manaphy is not Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy on Rain is a pretty nice set, but this is not that. Landra, Scizor surely just clicks U-turn here. Surprised to see the dual wing beat. I think U-turn there into Manaphy felt like a nearly flawless play. I don't know why you would do a wing beat into the Dragapult. Yeah, I don't think that was a well-played situation at all there. Yeah, now we got the spike up. This is definitely looking bad. Manaphy comes in, Ceaseless Edge again. Yeah, this is looking very good for Digihask here. I'm thinking this is not wrapped up, but this is looking very good. I mean, Overquill is the win con for sure. I will say there is a solid shot Overquill can really put in some work here. But after taking that damage, okay, Overquill's dead. The game's over. Maybe a booster speed Tusk here. Maybe, oh, and Pelipper just dropping. Yeah, this is not looking good. Probably Dragapult can just clean this up. It's got to be booster speed Tusk, and it's Boots. Okay, at least it meant no, but the Ival's just going to clean this game up. Or the Pult, actually. Wow. Yeah, great play there from Digihask, staying in, not letting the Tusk spin. To switch out would have been a choke. So nicely done from Digihask there. Good thinking. And we got, yeah, just knockoff to wrap it up. Yeah, that was a bit of a wash. I'm gonna be honest. Good stuff to Digihask there. That was nicely done. And yeah, let's get Lang on commentary. Let's get Lang on commentary. I think I'm in need of some assistance. I'm trying to follow this, and it's a little bit confusing. Excuse me. For the record, nobody on this tournament management team has ever put on a tournament before, so it's a little bit chaotic, and we're all just figuring things out. But let's get Langloy. Hopefully, let's get Langloy. We'll see. Maybe later. Anyway, for now, let's see if we've got any other games. It seems like some people are not playing on Smog Tours as they should. It seems like maybe there were some that missed that announcement. I believe I recognize the name CringeCat here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, so we can watch this one. This is indeed a tournament game as well. We'll see. It might have ended by now. Okay, so let's see. We've come into a fairly interesting game here. Got a setup Sinistcha, and it is a bad sign that the response is Dondozo, because I will tell you guys something. Sinistcha beats Dondozo. Shadow Ball drops. All it takes is one. It's a 20% chance. All it takes is one, and then you're in a really good spot. So, oh, and the Latios already Terra Dragoned, so it's already given up that ability to get out of this. So Dondozo can't even take Matcha Gachas. So this is looking extremely good for our Sinistcha user here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Okay, maybe we'll get Langloy later. But yeah, this is the only way you really win this is if you're Gunk Shot. And based on the fact that Cinderace went for Court Change, it's not looking good. Good play, though, going for that strength sap in case of gunk shot, because you actually do live. I believe you do survive. So that was nicely done. That was nicely done. Yeah. And Polka God asking, so guys, if somebody leaves and does not show up for the game, if they're not on Smog Tours, or I mean, you can check Showdown because we kind of decided the Smog Tours thing a little late and didn't do a great job of communicating that. So check on Showdown. But if your opponent is not online, they're not there, they're not showing up, they get disqualified. That's how it's going to work. So yeah, just contact the tour organization moderators and they will put that in as a win for you. Yeah, this is looking like a complete wrap by Sinistcha. I don't see any hope for CringeCat here. It's looking like this is going to be a loss round one. But guys, remember, as I said, this is a Swiss style tournament. Losing round one does not mean you are out round one. You still get a chance. Eating a chicken burger at the moment. Very nice. Bad luck there for that Tinglu getting specially dropped. I think without that drop, it would have survived, and it would have been able to go for the whirlwind. I don't think it lives anymore. I think it would have lived. We can check calc decks. Yeah, it would have lived before, but it doesn't live now. Really unfortunate stuff. And I'm going to just change settings here. Where is it? Overlay. Yeah, we'll do this so you guys can see in future games. Just change those settings there. Yeah, please like the stream if you're enjoying. We're basically, at the moment, we're just watching a Sinistcha clean up. Let's see if there are any others. Looks like this is it at the moment. So we're going to keep watching a Sinistcha clean up. Excuse me. No reason to go for a Matcha Gotcha there. You don't need to predict at this point. You just click the obvious move over and over. I don't really understand that play. But Sinistcha's still in a fine spot. If I were the Sinistcha player, I would be taking this opportunity to Calm Mind, personally. So you don't have to risk Glow King coming in, living, and getting like a critical hit Sludge Bomb. Because that's the only way this sweep doesn't end up happening. That's absolutely the only way this sweep doesn't end up happening, is unfortunate luck. It looks like CringeCat is trying to PP stall using Corviknight. That is not going to work. Okay, Langlois is making eggs, and she'll be back soon. So we're good there. Just click Shadow Ball here. No reason to go and try to miss the Matcha Gotcha. Looks like CringeCat is conceding, saying GG. So there we go. It's going to wrap that one up. Yeah, makes sense. There was really not much you could do there. I'd say I agree with that early forfeit. Let's see if we have any other ones we recognize here. Cyber DJ. Okay, here we go. So this is also... Okay, it looks like this one's just wrapping up. Yeah, so we have a sample team here, and it looks like it is getting the job done. Really confused to see the switch there. Not much of a reason to do that. You can stay in. Well, I suppose you do want to preserve this in good health for the Raging Bolt. I guess. I don't really get the play. I don't think that was entirely necessary, but this, I believe, is a Curse Garg. And I don't know why it didn't click Curse there. You definitely do want to set up in this situation so you can... but either way, I don't believe Raging Bolt is killing here. Yeah, it would have had to get a lot of luck in the end game. So good stuff to Cyber DJ. Looks like most of round one is wrapping up. Let's see if anyone else is on here. Not sure where Sessa is at. That's a client of mine. I was interested to see him play. I don't see Duckular either. Definitely, we should have done a better job of communicating to use Smog Tours, but Let's take a look at the bracket. Let's take a look at the bracket here. Round 1. So, okay, these are our... Well, I don't know what this is. Seems as though nobody's won. That's not good. Somebody's won. We know that. We saw Digihask win, so this should be a 1, but I guess we will get that sorted. All right, let's see. Okay. Hello, Lang. How's it going? Hello? I can't hear anything. Yeah, so we're going to try to get some more commentary in here. So I'm in need of support. I am in need of support. Yeah, I do not see any other games that are from the list. Yeah, I don't see Sessa anyway. I don't see... We can look for some earlier ones. Perhaps there's maybe somebody who brought a stall team is somewhere here. Yeah, so sorry guys. Just you know, bear with me a little bit. We're trying to figure this out. I guess as the rounds go on, we'll probably have a better grasp, and you know, more people will be onto Smog Tours. Oh, okay, let's try this again. Okay, hello. Let's try this.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you now. Everybody, can you... Hopefully the volume is... Sorry, could you repeat that?
My phone Discord was being really stupid.
Oh yeah, that'll happen. So at the moment, I am floundering. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are playing on Smog Tours, so I have nothing to commentate. And yeah, because we only made the Smog Tours announcement in the last like 10 minutes before the tournament, because yeah, so the organization is it's a bit of a struggle at the moment, but we just watched a Sinistcha sweep an entire team, so that was fun for everybody. Oh, and I see a game. I just missed it. Okay, so it looks like I just see here Sessa did win round 1. So just something I want to tell you about this particular player that I've been excited to watch. This is a client of mine one time. So he had one tutoring session with me, and based on his voice, I'm guessing this kid is like between 11 and 13, and he got rank 1 on the Gen 8 ladder. Now that is an old ladder, but holy crap, like this I was surprised. This is definitely one of my most skilled clients, and I'm pretty sure very young as well. So I'm excited to see kind of what he does. He's got a bit of an HO addiction. Sorry, what was the question?
Okay. You when we're young, you know?
Hmm.
Okay, so Sinistcha, you said? Is that
Yeah,
Small
that's the one. But at the moment, I think, because I believe most people either played on Showdown, or I don't know if we've got some no shows. I think Litten Salt was a no show last I checked. And
okay.
a lot of
I'm
games are
waiting
already
on...
over.
I see. I'm waiting for people to add me to the mod group chat. Um, um,
Also in chat, guys, let me know if you can hear Lang. I hadn't had time to test this audio, so I think it should be good, but let me know if you can hear. Evil Biscuit is someone in the tournament. That's exciting as a name.
Evil Biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is this Flame Lord one of us? I think it is.
Flame Lord? Let me check that. Flame Lord. Yes, it is. Okay, let's watch.
Okay.
Oh, and we've got a Yan Mega.
Veil. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm assuming it's Veil Ninetales. If it's not, that's impressive potentially.
Yeah. Oh,
This
and
Gambit,
actually,
I
I
guess,
think
going to be offset by a potential Scarf Masquerada anyway.
I
Um,
recognize this team too that S. Valor is using. This is a really outdated team, a CBD Knight team back from a long time ago.
really, I mean that makes sense with Cinderace and Great Tusk. Okay, we see Throat Spray on Mega.
And Terabug, which honestly looks not worth at all using here. I mean, I imagine you just switch right into Dragonite and shut this thing down, and there goes your Terra.
Absolutely. Well,
Gambit is
speaking
not going to take this well. Yeah.
um, yeah, King David happened, and now it's not happening.
Yeah, I don't know why King Gambit was the approach there. Dragonite has nothing to fear from a Yan Mega. But okay, Haxorus in. And
Yeah,
this thing does get
the
scale
thought,
shot, so it bypasses multi-scale, but unfortunately going to miss.
the thought process was probably to preserve multi-scale on Dragonite, but that doesn't seem like it will matter with both Population Bomb and Scale Shot on the opposing side.
Yeah. No,
Um,
that's
the other, so now we have Bale probably coming up, but with no Terra expended on Flamelord's side, or sorry, with no Terra
oh,
available on Flamelord's
sorry, one
side.
second. It looks
Um,
like your mic volume is a bit low, so I'm going to go and adjust that so everyone can hear you. Could you just talk for a little bit?
yeah, uh, so, okay, we just encored the court change, which means that Ninetales is free to
Okay.
set up another Aurora Veil. I really like this interaction. Um,
Okay.
okay.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, so apparently absolutely nobody was hearing you, but now they are. We should be good.
Um,
So
great,
sorry
it's,
about that, everybody. Didn't have time to do a regular audio test.
yeah, sorry about that, guys. It was very, last minute.
Yeah,
I heard Pinkercross was a little bit floundering, doing solo commentary, so I decided to jump in.
yeah, it was, help is much appreciated. Yeah,
All
so
right, so we
Veil
get
is
another
up.
opportunity to
That's
veil
good.
up, but it gets court changed right away by the Cinderace again.
hmm
Um, are we gonna see another encore potentially? Um, this interaction is very funny. I was very big on um actually offensive Ninetales uh during the brief period that we had no Kyurem in the meta. Because nobody was running Spadaf Ice Resist or Spadaf Freeze Dry Resist. Um,
Like Nasty
but
Plot Terrablast sets, or
Nasty Plot Terra Dark Pulse
oh my
actually.
god, it's
Uh,
Helmet. Poor thing.
well, it's burned anyway, and Veil is up, but
hmm I think that's the
yeah,
worst thing I've ever seen happen to a Mousehold. Yeah, I thought
we
Mousehold might be the win con here, especially if it was Terra Ghost with the Gambit dead. But letting Mousehold, like bringing it in on a Cinderace, just letting it get Will-O-Wisp, that was not the move.
absolutely not the play at all.
But
I
where
feel
there's a
bad for
Gambit, there's a way.
true, and there's no Gambit on the other side. But
hmm
again, no Terra available from Flamelord. So this, there's really no way to get past this task. Um, Especially because this mole is leftovers, not helmet. So you don't even have the ability to really get chip on the tusk. It's rough.
Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, Tusk is not having a great time getting past the Mola, and I believe this is a maximum like offensively invested Tusk. Meaning, if this Gambit is Terra Ghost, which would be perfect here, or actually Terra Fire
There's
might
no
be better for
Terra
the ace.
available. Remember they terra'd Beyond Mega at the very
Oh,
beginning.
you're right. What am I saying? Yeah, they burned it on that kind of bad idea. Yeah, and also, guys, now let me know if you can hear Lang now. I think we'll probably see some people saying that in chat, but I've got a pretty huge stream delay going, so I can commentate on the state of games without people listening and doing what I say.
They
um,
okay. Let me
Oh no,
Let
no,
me see
it's
if it's
not.
on
It's
my.
not on your end. Totally on my end. I had it set up for music, so I wanted it to be really quiet, and I forgot to change it.
Oh,
So
okay.
no, there's nothing wrong on your end, and I think
I'm
you should
pretty
be
sure
audible.
they are. I'm looking at stream chat right now, and I think they can't hear me very well. Um.
Oh well, yeah, that's from before though.
Oh, okay.
It just
Let
changed.
me
Okay,
switch mics
someone says they still
anyway.
can't hear though.
Yeah, let me switch mics anyway. Give me 1 second.
Trust me, guys. By the time we get to like the actual bracket part of the tournament, we'll be ready. We'll be commentating. We'll be excited. There will be no issues. Um, we'll do better. Yeah, so Meowscarada, they're just going for the flower trick to bypass the screens. Ninetales going for an extremely ineffective freeze dry onto the Cinderace. Also, I don't know what this visual illusion I have is, but there is no veil up on either side, so don't worry about that.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. We'll have to wait in between 2 and 3 minutes to see if chat can hear you.
All
Unfortunately,
right. I just switched to my phone, which should have a better mic because I have headphones that have a mic, and I was having trouble connecting them to my computer.
I
Um,
would not say the
okay.
audio quality is better from my end.
Okay, let me hear. Are we fine now?
I think that's a little better. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, and we've got a Gambit against the Tusk. The credit to the Gambit. It is slowly but surely wearing down the Tusk, but I still really don't see how you win this. It seems like Cinderace almost just completely beats the team.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a Wish Mola plus a Gambit, so there's technically a way, but really not. You know, we've got a full health Banj Dragonite, so as soon as this King Gambit's balloon gets popped, you know. But props to Flame Lord for fighting it out, I guess.
Yeah, no, he's sticking it out. He's not giving up. I might have forfeited by now, though. Actually, you know what? I did forget. I did forget about the Wish passing a Gambit. I will say, maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way. Um, Wish passing Ninetales here is a little bit risky. Well, no, probably Skull didn't kill. Oops, we can check. Skull did not kill, so that wasn't too bad. Okay, the people can hear you. We're all good there. Yeah, I think Flame Lord is cooked. Well, let's switch to a more interesting game. I want to see Duckular, the webs, the webs guy.
Duckular is a name I recognize. I don't know from where.
So he recently hit rank 1 with, I believe, or not. Sorry, we're not. Sorry, no, rank 10. My bad. Using a sticky web team with an Araquanid, and the set is actually fantastic. Custap Endure special set to one shot
With Surf,
things
with,
like, yeah.
yeah, for Tusk.
Actually
Interesting.
killed a critical hit a Torkoal and killed it in Sun the other day. That was fun.
Oh, you know what's funny is I played a tournament game this morning and somebody brought this against me. So I didn't recognize the team, but um, here it is.
Oh my god. Duckular going for an absolutely insane double meteor beam there. But I guess it's in
I
a
think
good
it's pretty
spot now because the earth
riskless.
power. Um, that's bull.
Well, here's the thing.
If you're really crazy, you go for meteor beam here on the guard protect.
I wouldn't.
Okay,
Oh, rock
I
polish.
totally
Interesting.
disagree with that rock. I think that's an absurdly bad rock polish. I don't know why you would do that when you're salt. Like you, this, there's no way the speed will end up helping. I mean, I guess it kind of does here though, because you can't really go into Rye or. No, that makes sense. Yeah, trying to rock polish on the guard protect. I take it back. That was a fine play.
Um, I disagree because I think you just protect stall the salt cures. I don't agree with the dark eye switching here at all.
Oh no, yeah, no, that Darkrai switching was not the move. You always just let Garg go down. Garg was not doing anything this game. Really strange play. And also the Gliscor is already Terra Dragon, so Earth Power there was really safe, which is something else to keep in
Yep,
mind. Yeah, it looks
very
like
very safe.
as far as from when
I
we've come
also
in, Duckular's been playing this flawlessly, I would say.
yeah, I don't think I agree with rock polish, but I might go over it later and see the same thing you're seeing.
I guess you could say maybe it was a little risky. And when you have this much of an
Right.
advantage in the game, you don't need to take like it ended up working out. It ended up being the right play, but maybe it was not the best play.
Yeah, I guess it covers. Right. So if Garth stays in, that means that Darkrai can't come into revenge. So I see it.
Hmm. Okay, so chat says
But
you sound fine, but like you're echoing a bit, so as if you're ascending to
yeah,
godhood or voicing a god character in an anime. So I say we just roll with it. That sounds fine to me.
Sling ascending to godhood. Um, interesting.
Okay, so really
Um,
solid defeat by Duckular and 4-0. Good stuff. We can check back in on the Flame Lord game. What the heck? It's going well.
oh no, really?
For Flame Lord, he's gonna win.
How did this happen? I guess
I'm so confused.
Haxorus. No, well look, no, no, Band Dragonite wins, right?
Well,
Because Mola's low and Haxorus dies after a scale shot to Eefeed.
yes, but I think you can veil up here and wish and heal Olo. And Olo,
Oh
honestly,
yeah.
Olo wins
It
here.
doesn't have Healing Wish. Ninetales doesn't have Healing Wish.
Yeah, because that was a mistake. You should have veiled there. If you veiled,
Yeah,
you got in
absolutely
Olo in one.
fail.
If Olo gets off a
Well,
wish here, this game is over because it can scald everything.
I disagree because Cinder is just court changes the veil. I guess you can veil again afterwards.
I mean, that's the point
Um,
though. The Cinderace court changes, and that guarantees your Olo a free turn to wish.
ooh, interesting stay from Flame Lord. That was a good call out.
Yeah, I'm shocked at how this is going, but yeah, if the wish comes off, I think this is very doable. I don't understand the U-turn there.
Whoa.
I do not understand the U-turn. If we
That's
see a freeze dry
crazy.
come out, we see a moonblast, so not as bad as a freeze dry, but wow. You absolutely should click that veil here. Okay, I guess not. I don't understand fully, but
They are not seeing the same thing we're seeing, I guess. But
no, that's why we got this
um,
delay. If we didn't have this delay, Flame Lord would be winning right now and making some very different calls. But okay, we've got Haxorus in
it,
here. Haxorus will get Wisp, but I still think it does enough with Scale Shot actually that the
this
D Knight
band
will be forced to
Dragonite.
E speed, right?
Whoa. Okay, so
Actually,
it
no.
doesn't have East.
I think D
Oh, it
Knight
can't
clicks
East. Oh,
it clicks CB Terra Flying, I think, and wins the game here. Yep.
yeah.
Oh my god, Facade almost did it. How wild would that have this thing could have Haxorus could have clicked SD on the Cinderace and won.
True.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this game should not have been close. I think Flame Lord had it in the I think they both had it in the bag at separate points. I don't know how it ended up like this.
Yeah, I think the Terra early really sealed the deal, though. And then they both tried to give it away to the other player.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something. That Yan Mega play was awful if we're really being like that was not the move. That was fully for
Yeah,
the viewers.
yeah, and I'm sure the viewers loved it, but we did not.
Mhm. And apparently round 1 is done. So let's take a look. Yeah, looks like round 1 is done. So I'm going to Oh, we got round 2 up. Yeah. It doesn't look like it's started yet, but we have the round 2 posted. And
Okay,
so
I
hopefully we'll see some
see.
games soon. Yeah, so let's take a look at our
And
winners. Or sorry,
why don't
go
we
for it.
remind people to play their games on Smog Tours if you're watching the stream?
Mhm. Yes, all games on Smog Tours so we can see them and commentate. If it's not on Smog Tours, we won't be able to commentate. So let's see. We got Digihask, Soul Rock, Duckular, Purple, Hi, Mom No Ma'am, Bimo 666, Biscuit. Okay, so we do have a chance to see Evil Biscuit play. RudyRudy,
Okay.
Cyber DJ, McShiny, S Valor, who we just saw win, uh, Lord Waniel, uh, Lantern, Tactical Broomstick, Radiant Moth, Zachanus, Wanawa, and Eris. So, okay, and it looks like round 2, we have our matchups. So this one is going to be...
Great.
Yeah, this one is going to be interesting. It looks like... Am I imagining it? It looks like a smaller bracket. Maybe we have some people that have dropped out.
That would make sense. I was confused when they said disqualified rather than activity win because that doesn't really work for the Swiss, but I guess they made it work.
I have no idea what's going on the actual bracket side of things. Some excellent moderators handling that. Some people that are really helping out.
Absolutely.
But okay, let's check out this Digihask versus RudyRudy. So both of these players have won a game. So we're watching some good people right now. And starting off, Dio is just going to go for the light screen. So we've got a very interesting hyper. I love the look of this HO. Screens DOS, Blaziken, Hatterene. This is cool. And Hatterene coming in there was pretty obvious, trying to get Stealth Rock, but no dice. Digihask catches it, and now Iron Crown is positioned really well to Tachyon Cutter without having to worry about any screens.
And we don't have a very good switch in because there's coverage options on Iron Crown that hit every single thing on Rudy's team.
Mm-hmm. Something else to note is, okay, very specially defensive Dio, because that's a Specs Crown, I thought. Or no, I'm thinking of a different team.
Can the opponents see each other's teams in this tournament?
They can scout, but no, they don't have each other's teams.
Okay.
The other thing is all teams were submitted beforehand, and no one can change teams. Reason for that being, we wanted people to bring teams that are solid, not just try to counter team, but bring teams that are solid, cover a lot. So this tour can not only be a showcase of battling, but also of, kind of an exhibition of what people consider their strongest teams.
Right. That makes sense. That does make sense. Wow.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not. Is that Spadef? Call mine. No, it's not.
I think that's gotta be. Surely that's. Oh man. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, that's not even a special Calm Mind hat. This hat might just clean this up here, because it's going to Draining Kiss. Oh man, yeah, there goes the A-Trot.
Yeah, I don't see an out really. Try and force Terra. If it's like Terra Poison, you can Side Shock it or Earthquake it, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, probably the plan here is... Oh god, what is the plan here? Okay, I think I know the plan. This can go for a Psychic Noise, and then you can go into Sarina and click like Power Whip. And you can't get D-Kissed. I think that's the move.
It just gets Mystical fired.
Well, yeah, but at least it can't D-Kiss itself. Or you can critical hit attack on.
Or you can...
Yeah, that would do it too. Oh boy.
I probably... That's probably the play, yeah. Tachyon has a higher chance to crit just by virtue of being a multi-hit move. Not saying it wasn't lucky, because it absolutely was, but...
Yeah, that's... It's still looking good, though, for Rudy.
Oh, absolutely. We've got what's this Deoxys? Dust is at about half. Gonna
Something else
set
to
up
note.
another set of screens.
Apparently, Duckular forfeited because he had stuff to do. So, adios to Duckular. It was fun watching the one game.
Perfect. Yeah. So we've got a SD Valiant, apparently, according to the chat, that
Oh,
no longer has booster.
oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That
Encore.
encore was unbelievable. Because I was going to say here, DOS just actually not even as a screen setter, but just clicking Psycho Boost looks really good. And then I saw the miss, and then I saw the encore. Oh my god.
That's a movie in three parts, right?
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, this is over.
pretty much. Yep.
Well, I will say
I'm
Pulp.
looking at a very likely choice Pult, though.
Yeah.
So just because we have a spinner here with Sarina, I don't think we mentioned the Sarina at all. That thing is very funny.
Yeah.
Um,
And also, to those of
okay,
you
so
saying
it's just
Haxorus is popping off this tournament, if by popping off you mean die and not do much, then yeah, it's popping off. But I don't think this Haxorus is going to do anything here. But like I will say, Landorus plus Dragapult are the best two Pokemon I would want to have against this team. Okay.
Landorus Dragapult. Yeah, you're right. I might prefer like defensive helmet tusk or something to Landorus, just because of that King Gambit.
That's fair.
But you're right. It's a fighting chance, and not really anymore.
No, yeah, the DD came off, and I think it's Jover. We do have the Intimidate though. Sarina does get. We haven't seen a Terra, so Terra is still on the table for Digihask, and Sarina does get. Oh, looks like going to go for the read and not Terra, and the HJK will take it out. Okay, so there is keep something that's very important to keep in mind. Sarina's Queenly Majesty makes it immune to priority, so it cannot get sucker punched by King Gambit. Now, it's probably still over, but if we see a miss come out from Deoxys, there is a way this game goes well.
If we get a second miss, that would be perfect. We could actually, yeah, I was going to say go Dragapult on, because it lives, because it's not a special attack invested Deoxys.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Life Orb, non-modest Deoxys doesn't kill Dragapult all the time. So, interesting. Going to Blaziken.
No idea why you'd go into Blaziken there. If this is Life Orb, hold up. Okay, it's not. Okay, yeah, it's just going to get Flare Blitz. That was surprisingly close. I want to check out now. We can look at Sinistcha's game.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm just gonna rewind a bit. So we start off with the Rabombi, kind of classic. Missed Stun Spore, a little unfortunate there. Encored into the Missed Stun Spore, pretty unfortunate as well. But Gambit going to come in on the Ninetales. Probably a double to B. Yep, sure enough.
Ooh, that's especially attack invested Ninetales, which is not usually the case for Aurora Veil.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they run HP.
Yeah,
but
no,
we do end up getting webs up.
That's a good point. And yeah, so webs are up, which is huge for that Iron Moth. Shocked to see Iron Moth come in immediately on those webs. Almost always you want to make sure you spin first, especially with Sinestcha's team not having a spin blocker. Crazy for a webs. Not sure why you would go Moth before you were able to remove those. And I'm surprised to see Crown come in too.
There's also no real Moth answer besides webs for Sinestcha's team.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Okay, we got the stored power coming out though.
Oh. Wow.
And this Treads does not take a Focus Blast. Oh, it's Terra Ghost though. And the prediction coming out from Sinistcha with the Iron Defense, is he going to Focus Blast the Gambit on the Switch? No. Okay. There are still... Why did the Gambit not sucker?
They were predicting Iron Defense, I guess, but...
That's wild. You never do that turn 1.
No, well, I disagree. Actually, we had a... South did very well in World Cup this year, and one of our mottos was to never click Sucker Punch or Thunderclap the first turn. But we didn't do very well, but we started out doing very well. And this Roaring Goon will clean it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, no. Tails lives, I'm pretty sure.
Nope, because it's not HP invested, remember?
I think it still has a chance, doesn't it? Not with a crit, definitely.
No, not against a +2 Roaring Moon. My head count isn't that bad.
No, you're right. Okay, so it had a 25% chance to live.
Oh, not really? That's impressive.
Well, it's still got that. It's still got that snow. Yeah, no HP. It's got the snow boost to defense. And yeah, it's just going to clean up. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, let's now take a look at Evil Biscuit. Got that in chat.
Evil Biscuit. I am excited for that.
I see a dead shift tree, so I'm going to go back and see what happened. It's like we started off with the shift tree, and it got U-turned down to 1%. Not a sash. Probably had one, though. And it's going to taunt. Why would you... What? Taunt turn 1 into a Dragapult as a shift tree? What did you think was going to happen? Oh my god. Anyway, so shift tree dies doing nothing. And here we are.
I was excited to see the Tailwind.
Yeah, me too. Oh, and we got turn 7 GLHF BTW. That's kind of funny.
Okay. Got some good nicknames from Evil Biscuit. Bird Up.
Yeah, I like that. Nuclear Throne is pretty cool too.
I'm confused by this Pelipper, I'm gonna be honest, because we have looks like defensive Pelipper by that damage on the Dragapult, but no Swift Swimmer. So usually when I see just a random Pelipper, it's gonna be Specs. But
yeah, okay. Specs would have been better for sure. I'm not really sure why it is that on this team.
And I'm confused about the Iron Crown switching into Moltres.
I am as well, but I guess if you look at the team, it's the only thing that's kind of okay with taking a Will-O-Wisp, so I sort of get it. But at the same time, like this is...
but it forces a Roost, you know? I guess it doesn't really force the Roost. You could have Wisp.
I'm shocked to see Moltres switch out there. I don't know why you don't just stay in and click a fire move. Unless you don't have it. No, it has Flamethrower. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, Flamethrower. These are some interesting plays for sure.
I'm shocked like this is happening. Like why actually would you not click Flamethrower there? That makes no sense.
It doesn't. Does not make any sense.
And Garg's just gonna die. Okay, sure. Everybody loves sacking Garg for absolutely no reason, right?
That's my favorite thing to do with Garg. Huh.
Not like Salt Cure looks good or anything.
To be honest, it doesn't. There's a Rillaboom, you know.
I mean, the Rillaboom though is
still. You would have wanted to keep the sack, even at the bare minimum.
Okay, we have SD
Gliscor. You know, Terra Normal, if it's fast. I actually have a spread for Gliscor that with Terra Normal, Oko's Rillaboom at +2. So, you know, if Raz has the super secret tech, then they can win, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean, knockoff will do it here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, knockoff does it here. If you have knockoff, you live and you just kill.
Yeah, so given that this team has Moltres and Great Tusk, it should be Facade knockoff, but judging by the fact that a move has not been clicked, I'm thinking that it's Earthquake.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, sure enough. And then we see also the Spit F drop. So even after Protect, staying in on a Tachyon will be risky. Why do you go Rillaboom there? You got the drop. What? Like,
And a Protect stalls out Grassy Terrain.
yeah, that was not a good switch at
So,
all.
yeah, I am not impressed with these plays, I've got to be honest.
I'm not impressed
So
either.
it's Facade EQ.
These have been a tragic series of choices. If you have Terra, this is absolutely the time to use it.
No better time. Absolutely. You know, I really don't like this set at all from Gliscor. If you're gonna be using Facade, you should probably be using Knock, not EQ. You know,
I agree. Yeah, knock Facade is the best two moves for sure.
it's definitely the best, but then distant second is probably like EQ plus Ice Fang, maybe. You know, you just want to be able to hit some combination of Balloon Gold and Landorus and, you know, but I'm not a fan of EQ Facade at all.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, this.
Destiny. Oh my gosh.
You know, honestly, it was a good effort with the Destiny Bond. It might be Destiny Bond Trick Room. No, it's not. So yeah,
I was recently exposed to that set by Skyman, actually. That that's very funny. I had never heard of that before. Just to for those of you who don't know, you're not actually trying to click Trick Room. You're just trying to have a negative priority move, so that your Destiny Bond goes first and then goes last.
yeah. That being said, having a Trick Room abuser with it is not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You know, that gives me an idea for a team.
Yeah, we could maybe do something with this when we have a normal stream again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Regardless,
to be honest, oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh, whoa. Okay. So I was gonna point out the fact that this Rillaboom is slower than the Moltres, but um but you know the call out on the Roost was crazy. I'm very confused by this very bulky Rillaboom. Because this is not ADV. Moltres are not running, you know, upwards of 280 speed. We are strictly like a 220 at max.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
this Evil Biscuit remarking that they were outplayed. I would disagree. I think you played yourself there, honestly. That
You
was
played
like,
yourself in the builder as well.
yeah. No, the
I mean,
both the
let's not
team
discount.
composition and the decision making was, it was almost as if an effort was being made to lose.
It was, yes, quite questionable. Quite
Um,
questionable.
but you know, guys, that's okay, right? Sometimes you have those days, and just got to keep having fun and improving, of course. But yeah,
Absolutely. That's the
I must
important
say,
part is that
not a
we're
performance
improving.
I'm really impressed with.
I think this other game, Pokegod versus Jason, is also for your tournament.
Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, and guys, I tried to fix the echoing with the microphone, so hopefully that's better now. But let me know if that is. I think it was playing too loudly from my laptop, and it was getting onto my
Oh,
microphone
okay.
as well. So I've turned it down, which I don't think will affect. I don't think will affect how people are hearing it. Um, yeah,
Yeah, if you just turn down your laptop volume, it shouldn't. Um,
that's the idea. Yeah, problem is like it's just the number of ports because I've got my mic plugged in and I'm also LAN connected, so we don't have Wi-Fi issues.
mhm.
So I don't actually have a
Yep.
port for a headphones, which is normally how I avoid the echoing thing. So I've got it kind of got
Ah,
it low enough
yes.
that I can hear you, but not high enough that it'll go into my microphone. Ideally, that's the plan. We'll
Gotta get
see.
yourself a Bluetooth headset.
That's, you know what?
Anyway,
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
um,
So anyway,
so you're
this Raging Bolt is poised to win. Sinistcha does not beat Raging Bolt in a Calm Mind War ever.
yeah, yes. Given the fact that we're going for a Combine War, um, I would have liked to see a Glow King come out earlier, and even if it's not toxic, fish for the Sludge Bomb poison.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, people
because
say audio
exactly
sounds
for
so
that
much better
reason.
now, so we're good there.
Okay.
Audio fixed. Okay, wonderful. Thank you guys for helping me adjust. I know it's been a rough start. We're getting better. People are playing on Smog Tours. We'll this I think we're past the rough period now. But yeah, Draco just destroys Sinistcha. But even if this Raging Bolt just like was clicking Thunderbolt or something, it still would have been able to win. Sinistcha cannot heal that much with Strength Sap from Raging Bolt. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this one's just over.
You really needed to like for some reason oh whoa okay, okay. The
Yeah.
freeze and then the immediate thaw.
For a second
Um
there, I was like,
that
hold up, and then no, never mind.
yeah. I mean, even I don't really think you could do enough damage to outheal the leftovers to get it to not outthaw or unthaw in any reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, well, you would need critical hits or Sludge Bomb.
Even with, I mean, it's plus 4 speed up.
That's true.
But yeah,
Maybe you'd need crits and
and
Sludge
it's
Bomb.
yeah. So it's what 20% each turn to unthaw,
Mm-hmm.
unfreeze. Yeah,
That is
they really
correct.
need to
Is Freak Across still in?
I
Where's he? Here we go.
was gonna say they need to
Okay.
change the freeze status
Game
in
ended
next
and
gen.
Freak Across took the L, unfortunately. So, but
Uh
good stuff from Lord Waniel.
I can't say that I'm that disappointed that someone named Freak Across lost.
Yeah, it's. I think
But
it was Yas. I think that was who it was. We can check
okay.
S Valor versus Parple. Looks like that game ended as well. Parple winning, and a really cool team from Parple, actually. Like a Slitherwing bulky offense with a Hoopa U.
Very interesting. I saw this team in round one before I hopped on the call with you. Um, it's Defog Scizor, which I am very much not a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
um, but the Double Dark is certainly potent, I would say.
Yeah,
Um,
it's at least interesting. It's definitely not a boring team. That is for sure.
yes, if you could say many things about this team, none of them are boring.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Um,
Knorr Industries versus another Brazy. Looks like Webbs gets another win. Hmm.
you can look at the Freak Across game.
It seems
Lord
like
Waniel
HO
picks
is
up a win
dominating
with.
this tournament.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think we're seeing some very like mid to low level players. No offense to your viewer base,
No, you're right. You're
but
definitely right.
so I'm not surprised that HO is um farming because it's one of the I don't know if it's necessarily a hard skill to develop, but it's one of the skills that I don't see in that skill level of players is the ability to look at your opponent's win conditions and play around them.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so, for example, I'd be willing to bet that this King Gambit was um, thrown away pretty early, even though it's the Roaring Moon check
Mm.
um, in the Freak Across game. Um,
Yeah, no,
let me
for
skip
sure. I mean,
through and
we can take a look and see.
also Terra expended extremely early from Freak Across.
Mm.
Um, so
Okay, credit to the Gambit. The
um,
Gambit was the absolute last thing to die. So it wasn't let go early, but definitely it was not well handled with the moon. Yeah, the early Terra I think was the biggest issue there. and for really what
Absolutely.
was not that much of an advantage.
No, not at all. That's the thing is, these sort of like terror dependent setup sweepers, I so with few exceptions, you don't want to lead your speed boosting um booster in like an offense mirror.
Yeah,
Um
it's just not a good idea.
Now, that being said, I have learned a little bit from watching some tournament replays. There are some players who, specifically in offense mirrors, like to put people on the back foot by leading something like an Iron Moth. Um, because, if you have, let's say, for example, an Ogerpon and or a Samurott on your team, the Landorus lead, not that likely. They're generally in an offense mirror, you're leading something that's good into the ogre pawn.
Mm.
Um, because that puts you on the back foot. So then you can just lead the Iron Moth and hope you snowball. Um, so that's something I learned from Old Spice Mike, if you know that player. He
Mm.
was the main OU or one of the main OU builders and players for US Midwest, and they won World Cup this year.
Oh, nice.
So I I'm a big fan of um, what am I trying to say? Of looking at people that are having success and saying, what patterns can I um, pick out from you?
Mm.
Um,
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's definitely sometimes leading with the sweeper works, especially as you said in those offense mirrors. But that game was not the place to do it. And there's also obviously
Especially
a
not
huge
committing
difference between
Terra.
offense lead and Terra in with your offense lead. You
Yeah,
really only do that if
and
you're really confident you can do huge damage.
Iron Moth is also a very different Pokemon um, from Iron Valiant for one key reason, and it's not the defensive profile that's completely opposite. It's literally just Fiery Dance being a broken move. Um, because Valiant has to spend a turn setting up a Swords Dance or a Calm Mind, and as we saw, it had to burn Terra to get that SD up. But Iron Moth just has to click Fiery Dance on a forced switch, and it can get carried away.
Mm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, I will say one thing. If Freak Across went for the Encore on the Sludge Wave and got one more SD, the game might have been over. So
Yeah.
there is that.
Okay. Um, we are supposed to be. I'm supposed to tell you that there is one more ongoing match, and you're not gonna like what it is.
Oh, it's Stall, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
Zakanis versus Simon Y.
Simon
It is
Y.
it is indeed Jirachi Stall.
Could you send me the invite? I'm having trouble finding that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah,
Here.
I was just watching CringeCat decimate this poor Jirachi Webs. It was, I don't know why you put Jirachi on a Webs team, but it looks like it did not work out. Okay, so I was told this might happen. I'm ready. Here's what we're going to do, because obviously nobody wants to sit through this.
Yeah, we're gonna coin flip.
Um, I think we're going to watch a little bit and determine who is more likely to win.
Okay.
I
So
think
we've
that
got
would
a
be
pair.
a little bit of a better way to do it, in my opinion. I mean, coin flip
I
is
don't see a
like,
way for I don't see a way for Simon Y to break through. Actually, we've got to knock Torn and full hazards up. So as long
yeah.
as Talonflame doesn't have an opportunity to defog, but it looks like actually no, Talonflame cannot switch in on this Gliscor because um has knockoff and toxic.
Well, toxic, it's out of
Um
poison. It's out of toxic. Um,
it is.
but it can knock still, which would definitely be rough. Um, okay, we see a play happening. Rilla coming in on the Gliscor for sure. If this is SD Rilla, that was a good choice. If it's not, I don't see why Rilla is even helpful at all here. Okay, we see
I
the
don't
knockoff.
see
Yeah, that's just not going to be a
honestly
good enough play. I guess that was trying to catch the Talonflame coming in, but I mean, you don't win
Mm-hmm.
that
So it
situation
looks like
ever. It just goes for P-Jab.
Bandrilla. Yeah, so it's Bandrilla, which means that it's Protect Scouted forever by this Gliscor, and you either send in Dondozo or Talonflame, or not Dondozo, Toxapex or Talonflame.
Mm. Yeah, we also see that this is not a leftovers Raging Bolt, so it doesn't really have the longevity to be able to do. And the
Absolutely.
Blissey has plenty of seismic tosses. Also, I want to note a notable mistake here going for the Thunderwave. All you're making it is easier for the Blissey to PP stall you. Thunderwave should be the last
Exactly.
move you click. You should be expending your hexes first.
I agree. Yep. And I can see the decision-making process. You want to save Hex to pressure Gliscor, to potentially pressure Toxapex if you status it, pressure Jirachi. But I mean, for the same reasons we were talking about, this Blissey can just get parried and PP stall you faster.
Mm.
So I really don't see. Now, that being said, I don't really understand why this Tornadus is not coming out, because
That's
it
what I'm
has
saying.
knockoff
Yeah. Tornadus here,
and
I mean,
Bleak
it can
Wind.
it can seriously stall, right? Like you've got knockoff is devastating to everything except Gliscor, and Gliscor has 10 knockoffs and 7 poison jabs. To me, that seems like a
Right.
much
And
better
and
plan.
and forcing it in with Bleak Wind isn't always a net positive, because then you're forcing it to waste at least one knockoff or P-Jab.
Yeah. And something,
Um,
it only has 3 protects, so you could actually very conceivably just wear it down with Bleak Wind. Um,
yeah.
I would almost always normally when I look at a state like this, if I just watch the last few turns, I'd say absolutely we're giving this game to Zakanos, but it looks like this Tornadus just wins, and I have no idea why it's not coming out.
Yeah.
I'm thinking someone says DQ them both. A lot of people
DQ
saying kick
Zakanos
Zach.
for
Guys,
bringing
we are
stall.
not we are not just going to kick someone out because they're playing stall. I get that it's irritating. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's kind of matchup fishy, but it is valid. It is a completely valid playstyle. It's a completely valid way to win. And if it is fair, we will have a stall player win this tournament, and that's going to be what it is.
Guys, what we were talking about earlier with hyper offense farming definitely applies to stall for some different reasons.
Mm.
So HO, you really have to beat in the game. Stall, you really have to beat in the builder a lot of the time.
Yes, well put. Okay, we got Tornadus. We got Tornadus. So probably we'll be able to make our decision as to who's going to win this game pretty quickly.
Yes.
Okay, Pex comes out. Let's see. Okay, Pex is already apparently taking all this damage. Why did you U-turn?
I don't hate it because, well, no. So Pex is not Terrad, so it's actually taking net damage from spikes plus um spikes plus rocks. So it's
That's
actually a
true.
pretty safe play, because you're not risking. Well, I guess Blissey does not have T Wave,
Mm.
so you're really not risking anything by Bleak Winding here,
Yeah, no, I,
in
I
my
just think Bleak
opinion.
Wind was just a better choice. We can also check that U-turn damage and see if it's defensive or not, this Tornadus. I mean, the Pax, rather. Looks like, based on the damage, this Pax is Spidaf, probably.
I actually have the paste for this. It's in stall cord. Um, Let me see. Let me find it. Um, is by noteworthy band anti-Semite and homophobe Next Hawk 2.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know about that.
yes, that is who made this team. Um,
Well, good to
but
know we're
it is
representing an upstanding member of the community.
exactly no longer a member of the community, but yeah. So it is
He's probably
split.
hiding somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Um, I don't think he even ladders anymore. Um,
Mm.
but um, it is Impish, 128 defense, 128 Spadaf,
Okay,
Toxapax.
I see. Yeah, that would do it. And we had Rilla come in and make a play, but the Rilla went for a knock and not a wood hammer, unfortunately. So we're back to, oh wait, looks like the gold might be about to die depending on rolls here. Gold might be about to die. Nope, it didn't die. Okay, Torn's back
Okay.
out. Torn's back out.
Torn's back in. Do we see a Bleak Wind? Do we see
We better see a
progress?
bleak wind. It two shots the pecs. You better bleak wind here. Why did you knock? Why did you
Why?
knock?
Why?
Did you think the Blissey would stay in? Like what was the idea there?
No, and
Like
now you're getting toxic. No. Okay, we need to DQ Simon just for playing this terribly.
honestly, yeah,
Um,
I'm okay. At least okay, the pecs dies. I feel like we can't DQ when the pecs just died. You know what I mean? And oh man, this
yeah.
might be about to get knocked too because it's gonna protect here, but you still live. You still stay in. I'm gonna just say in chat, hurry up these plays, guys. One of you is about to get DQ'd. Hopefully that'll put some grease on these wheels. Yeah, you absolutely stay in a knock here if you are Simon Y. That is 100% the play.
Yep. And so this Jirachi is Fire Punch Ironhead. Full sped F.
I want answers for why that U-turn happened.
Yeah,
That was an
we're gonna
awful
have
decision.
to you're gonna have to make another video about beating Stall because this is
Truthfully, the way you beat Stall is just practicing against Stall. Like I could go and like have a whole flow chart explaining how you do it, but it's not going to help.
you're right. You're right. I think there are definite tips, but a lot of it's gonna boil down to don't do this. So
Yeah.
and we see a knockoff, so this gold
This gold
is
might
gonna
be
get
dead
killed.
here.
Right? Because this goes score outspeeds.
I think yeah, it does. Oh, never mind.
Which
But
is
it is notable that the Goldengo is out of recovers, so it's definitely dying here.
mm-hmm.
I'm having such a tough time telling which I think we coin flip because honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I understand I've expressed dislike of Stall before. I don't want to be seen as biased, but I genuinely do think this is going to be kind of a tight one. I mean, even with the Tornadus being poisoned, this Gliscor is the only thing that can really stand up to it. And it's not looking so healthy. Like Garg
Okay.
looks really good
I
too. Oh no, only 5 salt
did you,
cures.
did you see I slash picked in the chat? Do you see that?
I did, yeah. What did the pick
Okay.
mean though? I think we have to declare it before.
Oh no, that I was gonna say, oh, I guess I should have said, but
Okay.
I did generally the format is this is the winner.
Okay.
Um
I'll say whoever I pick here is the winner. And then it's exclamation point pick and then you do the 2, right?
yes.
Simon. Okay, here we go. Okay, Simon's the winner.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next round. So, yeah. As for who's gonna win this, I really have a tough time telling. PP stalling was happening. Torn was one of the very few
So here's
things
the
with
thing.
a lot of PP.
Simon probably won this if they played properly.
Yes,
But it's a big if.
it is a big if, especially based on some of the decisions we were seeing. It is a big if.
Yes.
Yeah. And I would agree. I think Simon was the more likely to win here. I would have liked if this could have been played out. I think stall end games can be kind of interesting at times, but we don't want that. And actually, shockingly, viewership is at its highest point. So what do you know, right? But yeah,
Riveting gameplay, folks.
I think the coin flip probably did justice there. I do think Simon was more likely to win. And trust me, guys, I'm not just anti-stall here. I mean, you saw, you were there. I typed it in. It was a totally random flip.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
And
I am happy
I
about
mean,
it though.
like, once this Pex is down, which it is, there's just another knock target and another knock target.
Mhm.
That being said, Golden Ghost should have been kept healthy and probably Terra'd. I don't know why Garg was Terra'd, but if you
Mhm.
Terra Gold, you don't have a defogger against this stall team.
I will
Um,
say, if you Terra Gold, the Gliscor can poison jab the gold, which is not great.
that's true.
But you can
But
probably
also,
just PP stall with your own Gliscor. So
why? Yeah, exactly. Why was the Golden Go the Gliscor switch in? Is what I want to
I guess because
know.
the other Gliscor just got PP stalled.
I suppose,
Yeah. But anyway,
but
let's um let's take a look at the round. What are we on? Is it round 3 or 4?
three,
3. Okay,
round
cool.
three.
So, all right, I'm excited for this. We've got fewer players. Definitely, a few people are like, whatever. Um, who do you want to watch?
Let's see. Who have we not watched? I don't think we watched CringeCat.
Oh, CringeCat
Um,
is we did see. I watched. I don't think you were here yet, but we've seen CringeCat. Um, that was who we saw getting Raging Bolted on. Their Poltegeist, I think, right? Or Sinistcha, I think.
oh, okay, okay. Um, I do remember that now. Um,
Oh, actually, we've got Simon Y versus Wanawa. I kind of want to see that one, but at the same time, I also
let's
like to
do
see
it.
Parple play. We haven't watched Parple play. We've only seen the team, so let's go with Parple when we see it. Yeah, but it looks like people are just kind of getting their bearings at the moment. Probably, maybe some don't even know the next round is up. Yeah, this is okay. Well, the battle between Sinessa and Simon has begun, so we'll start with that and we'll transition over when we see the battle with Parple begin. But okay,
Okay,
I gotta say I do like Simon's team a lot.
let's see. Yeah, I'm actually a pretty big fan. You know, I was looking at Torn-T in this or this no Kira meta. Um, I'm a little bummed that there was so much breathing room we had,
Oh man,
and now that's
it was
gone.
great. Yeah, like we could build balance teams again. Balance was a play style. You could run Pokemon that were creative. I still don't understand. Like I feel like even if the only Kyurem set was like Terra Ground, Subtech, Freeze Dry, EP, that would still
It's still
warrant.
ban-worthy.
Like there's nothing on
Yeah,
balance that can handle that set. Absolutely nothing.
I'm. God, why did I was too busy to get Rex. That is a big regret of mine, but life is life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so,
Yeah, no, me too.
but
I was not able to ladder. I did like 3 games on my suspect
yeah,
account.
yeah, I had way too many tournaments going on. Um,
Okay, so it looks like
so
Wanawa might not know that this gold is about to go for a Thunder Wave, or perhaps the Roaring Moon is just going to knock here and try to kill the gold outright. No DD needed. Okay, it looks like we do see the DD. Almost certainly going to be a T Wave, and it does connect. Okay, let's check out. I don't see Purple yet. Um, I kind of want to check out Soul Rock. Soul Rock, I think, has gotten a lot of buys, which is funny. Okay, so it looks like somebody is submitting with this is actually so fun fact. This team was viewer submitted probably by um, Mr. Steel Yo Girl 76. That's probably who submitted it. And this team I modified to change it into a Blaziken squad that I recently got rank 3 with. Just
nice.
like kind of just casually laddering. It was fun. So this original version, I'm not as much of a fan of. I think it has some issues. There's a reason I made some significant changes, but it's still actually a strangely solid team model that Blaziken build. And I'm just looking over at this Wanawa game. It looks like he's realized that the Gliscor only has knockoff as its attacking move, and the Roaring Moon is dancing like crazy. Although I don't think you need more than 3 DDs. I think you just click knock at that point. Yeah. Okay, Raging
What
Bolt's
game is
dead.
this?
So it looks like this is going to be another win for Sinistcha.
Yes.
Crit Matter, JK
I'm
lol. Yeah.
to be to be honest, I am not a fan of the Sinestcha webs. Um, even if everything was Terra Ghost, um, I just like, I mean, you run into a Tusk and what happens?
Oh, I agree. I'm not a fan at all. I don't think this is a good team. That's the thing. This kid, he's so good and his teams are so bad. And he loves cheese. He just brings like the cheesiest teams every time, which is normally what you want to do if you're not very good, which is weird.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but okay, it looks like that's a wrap. Going
Reminds
back
me of
to this Soul Rock game, Blaziken is tacting. So Blaziken already trying to set up in the face of a Dragonite, which is wild to me. I can't believe that Blaziken is coming in and tacting when there's a full health D Knight, Primarina, and Tusk on the field. Like that's absolutely unbelievable. But okay. Iron Moth is dancing. We do get a turn 1 boost, but Future Sight comes off.
notably it is Future Sight and not Psyshock or anything. So if this is substitute Iron Moth, it might run away with the game.
For sure. Yeah, and it looks like this Sinestcha game is over. That's unless this Roaring Moon gets paralyzed. Yeah, no, this game is a complete wrap, so that game's over. I'm waiting on Parple. I want to see what is actually have I maybe I haven't maybe if he already is playing and I just haven't seen. No, the Showdown account is listed to be Parple, so I want to see that Hoopa Weavile team.
Right.
And it looks like a correct prediction from the Iron Moth going for a substitute there. And Sludge Wave is going to one-shot Blaziken. Definitely should have been a double tech attempt there, I would say. But, okay, it looks
for
like...
sure. Double tech.
Yeah.
It's Scarfry.
Yeah,
Which I
Scarfry
don't know
was
why
one of the
that wasn't.
changes I made back when I was first experimenting with this team a few months back. So it looks like they did keep that change, which I think is good. I think this team does need the Scarfry.
I do have to say, I probably need to go. I just have some stuff I need to get done today, so I probably need to go in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry to leave you. Maybe you can get Skyman or someone on. I don't know if he's available. But
yeah, that could be fun. I'll check in and see if Skyman wants to commentate. Send a message here. You want to commentate soon? 5-10 minutes. We'll see. Yeah, so got Soul Rock here.
So this Prim probably flip turns. I'm guessing it's AV because people love that set for some reason. I'm not a fan personally. It's just, I mean, like, yes, it trades first offense, but Primarina kind of already does that. Okay, so it's Calm Mind, which is a weird play because of this Slowking being here.
I mean, if it's substitute, all it needs is to not get poisoned twice, and you're good to go. Personally, I don't see why you wouldn't Terra here. I think that's the move. And we don't see a poison, so if this Prim subs here, it's in a really good spot.
We also don't see a sub.
I'm surprised to see that. You absolutely should substitute there if you have it. And I don't agree with that T-Wave. I think you should have tried to go for it again, the Sludge Bomb Poison, especially with substitute being a likely possibility.
Yeah, I agree.
And we see the fast chili reception. This is a disaster. So I happen to know this team. This Primarina is Assault Vest, but it's absolutely going to lose. Well, hold on. I just remember. It might be Psychic Noise Prim to block the D-Kiss. Oh, that's clever. Yep. That's good. That will actually, that'll get the job done. Because you can just Moonblast, Psychic Noise, and just keep it going.
Can you? Because, I mean...
Yeah, well, because the Psychic Noise is doing 15. So...
Yeah.
I think you can pretty much just do that. And with Psychic Noise bypassing sub, even if it did have sub, that wouldn't be an answer. Don't understand Landorus coming here.
Yeah,
This dies to a Tachyon. That was a really not a good
yeah. The
Lando.
treads was always
Yeah,
the answer.
really weird there.
I'm a
Or
big fan
actually, probably
of.
what would have been better, because it looks like that was specs damage, would have been scouting with Slowking. Like, there's nothing wrong with really going to Slowking and just going for a chili. Um, it'll take like half from a specs Tachyon.
Um, I would agree, but Slowking is pretty low. I mean, not
No,
low, but
after
it's
regen, it
chipped.
would be at like 80.
Yeah,
And I don't feel like it's essential in this game. I don't see Slowking really pulling much work,
yeah, you're
putting in a
right
lot of
because
work.
Primarina was already parried and dealt with. Um, you're right. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, didn't spend much time thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Also, we got a game. I'm just going to quickly hop over Freak Across versus Zakanos. Oh, wow. Looks like Freak Across wins the game, and apparently Zakanos is salty about the coin flip loss. Um,
uh,
I mean, look, you play a stall team, you're going to get coin flipped. At like in a real time tournament,
yeah,
that is just the risk you run. Um,
yeah, we don't have infinite time. This isn't Smog Tour. They won't let you run, they won't hold up the whole tour just for you to play whatever you want.
mhm.
Um, you know, um, that's uh that's a tournament that I think you might like. Um, because it's very much reminiscent of the latter experience because you don't have time to prep for each individual opponent. You just bring a different team each round, probably,
Mhm.
or you can bring the same team or same couple teams. And it's also Gen 9, 8, and 7. So those are all gens that you play. So you should
Yeah,
you
no,
should
that's
check
you
it out
make a
next
good
time it
point.
comes up.
You make a good point. I might give that a go. But we also see a rather shocking turn of events with the Scarf Terra Poison Sledge Bomb taking out the Tusk there as the Tusk Terra ices. An absolute insane read.
Wow.
I think I
I
missed that. I just
I
want
don't.
everybody to watch that. Check this out. Check this out, folks. So we got the Primarina dies to the Headlong Rush. The Rye comes in. Terra poisons as the Tusk Terra ices and then goes for a Sludge Bomb. Wow. Now I still think it's over. I think the D Knight just comes in and wins. Especially because you just Tachyon. Oh, why would you not Tachyon there? That made no sense.
It's specs, right?
Yeah. Or no, the Darkrai is Scarf. The crown is Specs. Yeah.
I understand. Yes, I understand what you mean.
Yeah. Tachyon was always the move there. But I do believe D Knight. This actually might be close with
Yeah,
flinches.
these plays.
This is doable, which is shocking to me. I thought this game was super over. I'm
Ooh,
not impressed with the switch. Based on that kill, I think that's banned to D Knight.
yeah,
I
should
don't
be.
think Ice Beam kills. Yeah, not even close.
Nope.
And that's going to be a wrap
And
in
banded.
favor of
Yep.
Banded D Knight. So yeah, well played there from Solrock. That was good. Apparently
All right,
Solrock got two
folks.
buys, but looks like you are making good calls when you have the opportunity to. So well done.
Yeah. All right, folks. It is time for me to go, but I had a lovely time commentating, and I hope the rest of the tournament goes well. I might tune in, probably not to commentate, but to watch for the finals or something. But have a great tournament, guys. Good luck.
Okay, thank you for the help. I think I'm now in a
All
bit of
right.
a smoother place, so I think I can hopefully hold down the fort on my own. Skyman is not available, but I think
All right.
we'll be okay. Anyway,
All
yeah,
right.
have a good
See
one.
y'all.
Thank you.
You too. Bye bye.
Okay, so guys, we're going to take a look. Let me just get out of this call here so I'm not wasting whatever. Let's take a look and see if anyone else. We've got Gnome versus S Valor. Let's take a look at this. Okay, S Valor really putting on a strong showing, it looks like here. This looks like a complete wash. No idea why you would Sucker Punch there. That's not a good play. You always just click Kowtow and get your kill. You always just get your kill. Yeah, let's see if there's anybody else we got going on. We can take a look. Okay, and it looks like, yeah, Gambit gets paired. That's why you go for the kill. You go for the kill. You don't. Well, anyway. So it looks like we have only Purple and the Radiant Moth, and okay, and this game. So we're watching one of the few games that's still going on. And okay, looks like Zapdos going to Terra Steel. I will say here, Gnome really fighting back with this Zapdos. The poor playing on King Gambit allowed this to happen. Okay, unfortunate miss, but probably Zapdos is speedy based on the way. Really, really sad double cane miss there. Really sad double cane miss. Although it probably didn't matter anyway. It probably didn't matter. Like, realistically, this game was not looking so hot. Oh, okay, there's a chance. We got confusion. Oh my gosh, this poor Zapdos. Okay, it finally hits a Hurricane. That's good. And yeah, we're just going to see a Pyro Ball. Has a chance to miss, but it does not. Dragapult might be able to do it here. Because if this is Wisp, this is actually doable. This is legitimately doable, guys. This is very much legitimately doable. And I think, from what I've been seeing, Gnome might deserve it, honestly. Because Esvalor did not handle that endgame situation well. I don't know how we got to this point. But yeah, it's going to be Darts. That Darts should kill just about everything. But, oh, but no, the Meowscarada is Scarf. I forgot about that. The Meowscarada is Scarf, so it's just going to win this game with 2 knockoffs, and that's going to be it. Why is this showing so little damage? Why is this? Oh, I accidentally clicked Reflect. Yeah. So that knockoff is a guaranteed kill. I believe it guaranteed kills the Aatrod as well. So that's over. Looks like the... Where's Waniel? Where's Lord Waniel? Going for Axel there is a complete choke. Complete choke. Unbelievable. You always knock. Why would you risk missing there? Terrible call. It was a while ago. Let's see. Okay, but going to not miss the Axles. So I'm not impressed with Esvalor's endgame handling there at all, but it ended up working out. Okay, and we got this, and it looks like that just ended. Wow. This was a destruction. I don't know how this Hattery managed to muscle past an entire stall team. Looks like there was some luck involved, and a Terra Flying Roaring Moon that maybe got rid of the Dozo. I don't know what to say. Yeah, well, I guess Hatterene just blew past a stall team. Good on Hatterene. Psychic showing. Maybe I recruit Wendy D's to commentate. Heck no. Heck no, we're not doing that. We're never doing that. Okay, so let's see. We've got... And looks like Purple won. Where was the game? Or wait, is it more A's? Yeah. Where was the game? Oh, it was here. Okay. So I just missed it, but good on Purple. Ending with a struggle, always funny. And it looks like a CB beat up Lead Weevil. I feel like that's like a really scary set these days. I really hope we catch the next round. So looks like we are on to the next round. Round 4. No, round 5 rather. Or is this round 4? What are we doing now? Yeah, it looks like we are on to round 4. No, the hacks did the Haxorus pop off? I don't think a Haxorus popped off. Gotta be lies. But okay. We'll soon have some games starting. We are on to round 4. This stream is shaping up to be a bit longer than I expected. I'm now thinking it looks more like a 3-hour stream. But this is exciting, you know, this is exciting. We've got, when are we going to get some games? Come on, guys, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Yeah, Wendy D's got banned from the Discord server. We're not going to talk about it. Explanations you can find. You can ask people. They know. Wendy D's is not yet banned from YouTube, though. So he still gets to exist here. And yeah, we have a... Oh, okay. Let's check out the Sinistcha game. So this is... Oh no, it was not Purple. It was Lord Waniel I wanted to see. We've got some good ones here. Let's watch, or who haven't we watched yet? We'll see what comes up next. Let's see what happens next. But yeah, we definitely got a lot of dropouts, but some people are still in. Freak Across versus RazMX. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Guess we can keep this up. Let's just get them up. Get up the games. Okay, so we got HO versus HO. Or no, this is not the team. It is Purple's team I want to see. I just was mistaken because there were two Hoopas. It was the Hoopa Weavile team that I want to see. BMO versus another Brazy. Okay. Simon Y versus Vaparis we got. Okay, so that's an interesting matchup. And here we go. Let's watch the Purple game. We've been wanting to see this team in action. This is what we're going to focus on, and as this ends, we'll try to look at some of these others. Yeah, so we've seen this team before. We're watching the Haxorus. No, we're not having Wanawa on commentary. That would be an awful idea. We're never doing that. But we've got Dio, and a smart start there from Purple going for the... Has Purple lost any games yet? I just want to check this out. Purple won. Okay, so Purple has not dropped a game. Purple has not dropped a game, and that is a good play. That's a smart choice. Immediately knocking the Light Clay, and a good defog attempt too. So it looks like Purple knows what they're doing. And because these screens, so something to note, that light screen is only going to be for 5 turns. Only going to be for 5 turns. And I gotta say, I'm shocked to see taunt come out there from Rudy. That's like insane. I don't know how you would know. How would you know that? But anyway, the last move here is Psycho Boost. So this Hoopa is completely free. And I do not believe Hyperspace Fury bypasses screens. I do not believe it does. A Brick Break could potentially do it, but that's very unlikely. Yeah, I am streaming till finals. We're doing the whole stream. We're doing the whole thing however long it takes, which hopefully I'm thinking about 2.5, 3 hours. The rounds are getting a little faster, especially now that we've got some stall teams that are out. Well, not out, but tilted at least. And we'll be making quicker calls to get this done, but I'm thinking probably 3 hours total stream. But yeah, good stuff from Purple. Really nice critical hit there. You got to be happy about that. And into the Volcanion. We do see the drop, so we know that's not Cloak. Sometimes Cloak is run on Volcanion to help against Garg. But yeah, good plays by Purple. I'm impressed by this. Rudy isn't necessarily making mistakes. I will say that taunt to prevent the defog was wild. I don't know like what the thought process was there. It worked, so I'm impressed, but I'm also confused. Defog Scizor, very rare set. Very rare set. We got the Hoopa coming out. Let's just get this open. And we'll get that open. Yeah, that Dekiss not doing much. This is a Hoopa, folks. And we see a very nice Psychic Noise coming out there to block the D-Kiss. So really nicely played there. And screens are gone. And even if the screens come back, they will only be up for 5 turns. So because of that knock, the Scizor went for early on. Probably if you're Hoopa here, you just... this is kind of a tough situation. But yeah, just going for the kill, that's fair. The main threat is Roaring Moon, but you're really very well poised to take on Roaring Moon between Weavile, which can Ice Shard it. You've got Landorus, which looks amazing here against everything. And the only way Roaring Moon can get out of that is Terra. So yeah, I this is looking really good. I see no reason not to just go into Landorus here. Looking really good for Parple. Okay, Scizor is a valid play as well. I'm a little bit surprised to see that. I must admit, I'm a little bit surprised. But yeah, I would have thought Landorus would be a little bit better. Vessel still waiting on opponent, huh? Okay, if you wait a little longer, you'll just get the win. Just contact the mods if you wait a little longer. Somebody said this is supposed to be an OU stream, not an almost any. It is an OU stream. This is OU. Look. OU. So, okay, Scizor's just going to die. I actually agree with not going for the bullet punch there. I think that was the better play. I think that was a better play. Yeah, because what you don't want to happen is go for a bullet punch that does like 20%, and then the more Moon clicks Dragon Dance. This Lando situation, I think it's good. The biggest threat is going to be Kingambit with the Terra option still available. But keep in mind, guys, 2 more turns of Reflect and then screens are gone forever. Okay, we're going to see the Earth Power. So not doing a bunch of damage there. Probably the play here. Okay, I'm interested. That's a surprising Hoopa sack, although I think that was good, actually, because Hoopa is pretty much useless at this point. Weavile can come in here. Now, I do think this is somewhat risky, because not all Roaring Moon are Terra flying. That's a bit of a dangerous assumption. This could be a Terra Ghost Roaring Moon, which would be able to Terra survive and then actually potentially sweep the game here because it also is good into Slitherwing. So a little bit risky, honestly. It probably is Terra flying, but I would say this was... Oh my, we have a very bulky Moon. Unfortunately, so bulky that it cannot kill a Weavile, and down it goes. But yeah, keeping Landorus healthy for Blaziken, I think, is smart as well. I do see the wisdom in that. And Blaziken is going to just come in here. This is going to be interesting. And someone says, would you consider doing player interviews once the tournament is done? I might be down. I'd say we can maybe interview the winner. I don't want to do a bunch of interviews because this is already, stream is going to go way over time, but I would be down to do one. So we see the Terra flying coming out there, ended up on the Protect. Not what you want to see if you're a Purple. Not what you want to see at all. Things are swinging a little bit in this game. It's definitely, I would still say, in the favor of Purple, but Rudy is looking stronger. This may be Purple's first loss. But no, we would just do one interview. We'd interview the winner. We would definitely not be doing a bunch of player interviews. Landorus will live here, but if this Blaziken is, say, what Terra would be good here? If this is like a Terra Water Blaziken, it can SD here and win. Something else to note, Blaziken can protect past the first impression on Slitherwing, which is big as well. That is big as well. Oh, we got another game. Knorr Industries versus CringeCat. Yeah, so guys, what's going to happen is after these 6 rounds, I believe it's 6, I think, there will be a top cut. I think we're doing top 8 or top 4. I can't remember exactly. And then it'll be single elimination, which will be pretty exciting. So let's see what Rudy wants to do here. I think if you're, yeah, you just go for the blitz, and Landorus is narrowly surviving. Oh, and it's eject button. That is terrible. You do not want to be eject button in that spot. Eject Lando, and it's leftovers Blaziken too. I think this might be Parple's first loss. I see a little smile from Parple, which I'm surprised. I don't know why the smile is happening. You've burned your Terra, which was a mistake, but that was definitely a mistake, burning that Terra on a likely protect turn. And there is still a way. Slithering here can actually live a Blitz. It can actually live a Blitz in Morning Sun, and then it could theoretically beat the remaining two. Yeah, you Morning Sun here. No, okay. In that case, you're cooked, because now Haxorus can just clean up, I think. Unless we see Slithering can outspeed some Haxorus sets. Maybe it goes for a Morning Sun, but yeah, that's just going to be it. So good on RudyRudy. Haxorus did something, and that's the first loss for Purple. Let's take a look at this game here. Okay, we got a burned Gambit. Terra grounded Tusk. Honestly, this is kind of an interesting endgame. Because E-Speed from D-Knight is not killing Gambit here, but 2 will. So we've got a bit of a 50-50 on our hands here. I don't think the game comes down to the 50-50. Oh, actually, it might, mightn't it? Yeah, because... Yeah, I think the game comes down to this 50-50. Blaziken does not have ground coverage. Okay, fair switch there. Fair switch. I think it would have been better to just E-Speed. Rapid Spin is... I saw... Because look, yes, you do win here, but you're not really poised to do that now. I think that was a mistake. I think you should have gone for the 50-50. If you're Than Quang, you should have gone for that 50-50. Yeah, he says he messed up. You did indeed. You did indeed mess up. You did indeed mess up. Because now... Okay, and he realized it. Yeah, okay, so actually mitigated the mess up, funny enough. Now it's in the same situation. So actually, this is looking good for Than Quang. Yeah, because you go for that to get the enough chip for knockoff. You go into Meow, and I think you have to switch in Tusk here. Or you turn into Tusk. Or go for the knockoff read, which he got. So, okay, it looks like Than Quang is going to win. So it came down to 50-50s there. And it looks like that's going to be a win. Unless this Raging Bolt turns out to be Scarf. Scarf Draco here would do it. I didn't expect... You didn't expect a knockoff on a Psychic type? That's kind of... I don't know. Feels pretty likely. But okay, that's going to die. And Great Tusk will absolutely obliterate with a Headlong here. We'll watch that happen. Yeah, reason Slithering didn't first impression is because it didn't kill Blaziken on the other game, by the way. So that's over. Let's take a look how this is going. Okay, we see some... Let's just skip ahead. All right, so... Oh, wow. Okay, so this is looking good for Conor Industries. Looking like... I mean, the Dondozo Terra Darking is a clear sign of desperation. We've got the Chili... Probably into Pult here and just go for a Wisp. Because here's what you do. You go into Pult, you Wisp, you U-turn, and then you just bring in... I mean, okay, I guess you could do that. That's weird. Ideally, you would have gone into Pult there, Wisp, U-turned, bring in this big Specs guy and get a kill. But this game's pretty much over. Let's see if there's anything interesting happening over here. We've got Valiant going for a Terra Electric, which is kind of wild. Gambit does not kill with a Sucker, so just going to take that out there. Esvalor keeps early tearing the D-Knight, which is sometimes a good move, but honestly, this team is just so outdated. And we've got Heatran coming in. Does not catch the Pyro Ball. Does not catch the Pyro Ball. Let's see if we can find a more exciting game. Oh, this is already... We got GG's. So, okay. Yeah, it looks like Vaparis' Rain team is going to take down Simon Y. Nicely done. BMO is going to fall to another Brazy... Kind of another HO versus HO game. Let's see how Freaky Cross does. Nice Wisp miss. This team is so weak to Will-O-Wisp. Oh my god. It's so free. Yeah, trying to SD up on an SD score, not going to go well for you. Oh yeah. It's looking like this is a win, probably, I'm going to say, for RazMX. Yeah, that EQ. Good protect there. Oh, no, hold on. Terrorblast flying. Garg, though, going to come in and Salt Cure. I believe this will kill. No, not quite. And it's going to fall. That gets wisped. It's actually ended up being a lot closer than I thought. Not sure why you would sucker the Pult there. Pult is going to click Wisp 100% of the time. Taunting the Pult is crazy too. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Do we see a Toxic Chain? We do not. Going to go for the spin. Knock. Not sure about the knock. Why would you would do that? EQ kind of covered it all. And then we get a forfeit from Freaky Cross. So good stuff there from Raz. You can check out this game. Thank Wong. BT. Okay. YT Cyber DJ is going to get the win there. And let's see how Sinistcha did. Or we'll just skip past this. Sinistcha, once again, the Roaring Moon going to clean up. Nobody's bringing Tusk against Sinistcha. This is so unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know why people click Rapid Spin for no reason. People just do that. And we'll check back in on this game we were kind of watching earlier. Looks like, yeah, that's going to be a kill. So this is looking very, very good. Yeah, no idea why you sacked. Oh, this is paralyzed. Yeah, so this game's just over. E-Speed not doing nearly enough, not even a critical hit, but do it. Good stuff to Duvox there. That was nicely done. And let's see. Yeah, I imagine CringeCat. Yep, sure enough. Terra Blast is going to obliterate it or take it down to pretty low health. And then Pult, I imagine, will just clean up here. Yeah, so there we go. So it looks like we are on to the next round already. Or no, match is pending. We have, yeah, we just saw this game end. Looks like we have one more. The Radiant Moth. So let's check this out. Where is Radiant? The Radiant Moth. New player 142. New. Okay, looks like that game is not happening. Let's check. Maybe they switched alts. Let's check their opponent. The Radiant Moth was playing against... Radiant Moth was playing against who? Where is this? Mick Shiny. So where's that? Shiny. This, okay, that's Mr. Steel Yo Girl. Okay. Steel. All right, let's see. Apparently this is still going. Sure enough, it is. And in a turn of events that I'm sure is surprising to nobody, we got Stall. And it looks like it's going well for okay, just let me play. No idea why you went for a Protect there. Strictly the wrong play. You always just go for EQ. Unless you got a super slow Gliscor. But you should always... I guess it doesn't outspeed. This is an AV Prim. I don't know why you'd be afraid of that. Prim has to be like max speed. No, Prim should never outspeed a Gliscor. You should just knock there. Looks like we got some really subpar choices coming in this game. But... yeah, no, so here's the thing. I believe this Rye might be Specs. No, it's Scarf. We've seen it. It's Scarf, I believe. Yeah, this is the last remaining game. We see the EQ come off there. Maybe, no, it's Ironhead, so I don't think you... Okay, if it looks like it could have Ice Spinner there, that actually would have been a complete game changer if that had gotten off an Ice Spinner there. But Dozo and Olo are just going to hardwall this. For the sake of speed, let's think about this. Is there any way this doesn't lose? I'm trying to think. The one thing that makes me hesitate is that Future Sight plus SD Blaziken is really good here. But I don't know if we have time to wait for this. I'm going to say, okay, make some plays soon. About to coin flip. But yeah, the one thing making me hesitate is I do think FS plus SD Blaziken is good here. At the same time, we are on turn... What turn are we on? We're on turn 43. Why haven't you done it already? Like, it is past time. Okay, that's big. We see this. We see a Future Sight come off. A flinch here could mean everything. We'll let this continue for a little bit, but we're not going to continue for very long. And not going for the flinch. Terrible choice. Absolutely awful choice. You always go for it. You go for it, you go for it, you go for it. And wasting PP on close combat that'll just be rested off. Yeah, does not look like... Okay, just let me play as considering this. Actually, no, coin flipping would be irresponsible here. This is a clear win for okay, just let me play, isn't it? This is a clear win. Future Sight, no. Yeah, Blissy's healed up. This is... I'll let this continue for a couple more turns, and we'll see if anything changes, and then we're going to call this game. I think this game is over. I think it would be irresponsible to coin flip. We know who the winner is. We know who the winner is. Although, maybe if the Dozo comes in on a future site, well, the Blaziken SDs, like, there's a way. It's not a good way. Yeah, Duvox says I'm actually crazy today. Yeah, you've been making some good plays. There were some good things going on, I must admit. We see the Terra Water. Fine, I guess. Let's see what comes in here. It better not be Rye. It's Tret. What's Tret's doing here? Okay. There is a way to win this game, but Mr. Steelio Girl clearly does not see it. The way to win is Blaziken SD plus Future Sight, but honestly, even that's not looking good. You just go all-o. You can PP stall the CCs fairly easily. I think this game is over. Okay, this game is... Why did that happen? Why was that the move? Well, letting Olo get really chipped. At this point, maybe we just let this get played out. Yeah, this is over. Yeah, I didn't think it would go this quickly. Yeah, this is okay. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I did not flip the coin. That would have been a very irresponsible choice. This is clearly a dominant game, and there we go. GG. Okay, so we're going to get to move on. We're going to get to move on to round 5. And so far, oh, ranking is not updated at all, so doesn't mean anything. Yeah, this is super over. Gliscor just clicks Earthquake twice. There we go. Okay, good stuff. Well done. Okay, just let me play. Yeah, farmed, honestly. Not well played by Mr. Steelio Girl. The way you've got to play that is Future Sight plus SD with Blaziken. Try to crit the Dozo. Basically, there's really no way to win with this team. This team's stall matchup is terrible. That's actually why when I changed it, I switched out Primarina for an Ogerpon. So, yeah, now, after my updates, the stall matchup is pretty good. But initially, it is totally unplayable, the stall matchup. So, okay. We are now on to round 5. Guys, we're probably into the final hour of the tournament. How's everybody feeling? Is everybody hyped? I hope so. Let's watch some games. I think we've seen everybody play almost at this point. I don't know if we've seen Hi, or let's watch this one. So let's see, who is this? Okay, Hi 05. Yeah. All right, let's wait and chat and see. We are on to round 5. Somebody said they coin flip in room tours even when the staller wins. I hear you, but at the same time, this is my tournament, and I think I would rather, or not my tournament. I'm hosting this tournament, or I don't know if that's the term. Basically, I have some power in this tournament, and I believe the right thing to do is to. I believe the right thing to do is to have win whoever is probably going to win. So we'll just pop open some of these games as they come. Is Sinistcha undefeated? This is going to be an interesting matchup. Cyber DJ versus Duvox is one I'm interested to see. Both these players have been performing relatively well, and both have seemingly kind of solid team. This is a really funky team, but it's been working. But when Hi's game comes up, we will watch that. Yeah, this is an interesting matchup. Waniel posting a battle theme. Let's get these other ones opened. Where were we? Here we were. Let's watch this. Okay, we got just okay, just let me play versus Purple. I think we watch this because I'm so down to see a CB beat up Weavile tear its way through a stall team. I really wanna watch this happen, and I think chat does too. I think you guys enjoy this just as much as I do. Yeah, this is going to be okay. We got the beat up. That's not going to kill, so I don't really know why you didn't knock off. I think knockoff was strictly better there. And Scald, a burn here would mean, okay, we don't see a burn, so now probably a kill is going to happen from Purple's end. I think an unnecessary risk, to be honest. Yeah, that's definitely going to two-shot Corv. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, wow. And 2 crits for the road. This is looking very good for Purple already. I do agree with the Scald by okay, just let me play. That was well done. It gave you a chance. It gave you a chance, so I think that was good. What would have been better, honestly? Well, no, because I would say a Gliscor lead would have been better. That is true. Yeah, it is non-contact. Fun fact, beat up is non-contact. That being said, if you led Gliscor, the Hoopa could have hyperspace Fury turn 1 potentially, but this is an AV Hoopa. Maybe, okay, just let me play, didn't know that, but yeah, I think that was a mistake. You double Weavile here, probably. The Mola, well, the Mola might wish. The Mola might wish. Maybe you go for like a Sludge Bomb or something and then go, probably there's no need to risk. Yeah, because you can just go Weavile this turn, and you're really no worse off for it. Even a Thunder Wave is not too bad here, and I don't believe this Blissey carries Thunder Wave. I think it's just a Seismic Toss set. And sure enough, it comes in. I mean, Blissey can Seismic. Yeah, but like, that is a totally fine trade. You take 36% on your Weavile, and now you get a kill. I believe the Dondozo is Terra Fighting, but I'm not even sure it can come in and take that, honestly. I think it probably can, but it'll be close. Yeah, Dondozo is going to elect to enter, and it looks like it will be able to take that. I don't think it will get 2-shot without Terra, though, I believe, just barely. And Purple going for it. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. No, not quite. And the Dondozo are going to survive and kill. So we do have a real game on our hands now, but the Hoopa U is now in, and I believe it just goes for a knockoff here, which is a complete catch-all, covers everything. No real reason not to knock. If this has Thunderbolt, that's going to be devastating as well. I believe that will kill Olo here. It's going to just be a Psychic Noise and eat a flip turn. Oh, it went for a Wish. Very big mistake there. Big mistake. If I'm Purple here, I'd probably go for the knockoff to hopefully remove a Gliscor's Toxic Orb. Let's see. No, just going to go for the Psychic Noise. I think knockoff was the move, personally. I think that was the move there, but you're definitely still in a fine position. Let's check up and see how the other games are doing. Freaky Cross is getting... Not Battle Bond, though. That's a relief. Oh, we're seeing flinches. We see double flinch come out on the Ogerpon. So it looks like Freak Across is getting hacked pretty badly here. And it's Sash. Oh boy, this is a disaster. This Greninja has gotten like 2 and almost 3 kills. And we see Reflect Rabombi, but this D-Knight is dancing. Maybe we see a Stun Spore come out? No, just a Moonblast. Yeah, Terra Blast. That's going to be a little bit tough to swallow, but Gold going to come in, and I believe it does kill here with a... No, Make It Rain would have done it, but a Shadow Ball won't. But it will just Terra Fairy to get past the EQ. Okay. Ivy Cudgel comes out, fair enough, and we see Moonblast. This is an interesting game. Moonblast going to come out. Definitely not an AV okie dokie. No idea what that bulk up is for. No idea what that bulk up is for. Probably Gliscor can end this game, but it'll be close. Oh yeah, I don't know why there was no. Well, actually, hold up. Gambit might be able to kill with Sucker here. I don't think it does. If it's glasses, I think it actually does, which is hilarious. Critical hit, that'll do it too. Gliscor, let's see. Okay, we have the read. We got the SD. Yeah, makes sense. You probably protect here to get out of Sucker. You protect there. You don't SD, you protect there. And that is why. You protect so you cover everything except the Swords Dance. We can check back in on the Purple game. Volcanion comes in on the EQ. Not sure how I feel about that one. Would have been a lot. Think about how great it would have been if this was knocked, right? That's why you should have gone for that earlier. Okay, but I see misclick GG. So it looks like the Hoopa U did Hoopa U things and eventually got there. Yeah, Gliscor died, so yeah, Psychic Noise. Looks like we're probably going to get a U-turn here. Just knocking off. Okay, so this game's pretty much over. Let's check in on CringeCat. Been a while since we've seen CringeCat. My bad, not the Sinistcha player. I got that wrong earlier. Let's skip ahead and see where we're at. Yeah, it looks like once again Dondozo being the bane of Blaziken teams. As I said, I changed this team to have an Ogerpon. Ogerpon would be so great here. This team, the reason I made that change, and you can check out that Blaziken team with edits in my recent recent upload where I did some laddering. Team ended up getting me to rank 3. This team did not do so well because of this Prim. This Prim is just not the move. I made Treads AV, Fizdef, Glowking, removed AV Treads. Removed AV Prim for an Adamant Ogerpon. But yeah, this team is just not able to break. And it looks like that's what we're seeing, is that inability here. This Dozo, only 12 liquid. Maybe some PP stall strats can happen. Let's check in on Duvox. I may or may not have thrown this game. That's what I see immediately. All right, let's see. Okay, looking great for Cyber DJ at the moment. Terra is used, though. Do we have a Terra on this side of the field? We don't. So Terra's still available. And a very, very fortunate crit from Duvox. Gotta be happy about that. Gotta be happy about that one. At the same time, you are still struggling. Like, I don't think that's enough. I think you're losing to Zapdos at this rate. Going to stay in an EQ again there. A bit greedy, but I get it. And if you're Tusk, I think you just... Well, really, you just go for the ground move here to cover Olo. The Gliscor is never staying in. If you have Headlong Rush, you go for that. Sure enough, we see the Headlong come out. And you honestly just go for that again. If the Gliscor comes in, then you can Ice Spinner, but you have no reason to predict. There's no reason to predict here. I think switching out was a total mistake. As I said, there's no reason to make plays. All you did was just stayed in there and attacked. So I don't agree with that play from you two, Cyber DJ. But Salt Cure does maybe not get a kill here, but gets you a lot. Let's see if anything's changed. Nothing's changed there. Actually, hold up. Why is this heal blocked? Oh, a Psychic Note, but it ended. So this Dondozo is just going to come all the way back with a rest. Yeah, not really. And the Prim is dead. So this game's probably over. Let's check up and see if this is officially ended yet. It's been unofficially over for a while. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like okay. Yeah. So the Hoopa Weavile I threw and had a bad matchup. Both things are true. Correct analysis. Check back in on Duvox. Looks like I think the Salt Cure should come out here. Okay, I think you should have Salt Cured. At this point, your Garganacle's health doesn't mean that much. I would rather just keep putting pressure on the Gliscor, keep making sure it can't breathe. Should have stayed in, though, earlier on the Olo with Tusk. Cyber DJ has been throwing this game in many ways. Definitely mistakes happening. Like, at the moment, what are you doing? You're just making ineffective plays that aren't getting anything done. You're letting things get poisoned. You're letting things get earthquaked. You're letting Gliscor ruin your world. You don't need to be doing this. You could have just... If you had Salt Cured on this Mola with Guard, this Gliscor would be in here at like 50 and unable to heal. It is chipped, though. So At least Palt can come in now and probably go for a Shadow Ball. I believe this is a Specs Palt. So credit where credit is due. Specs Palt might just win here. Maybe I was being too harsh. Maybe Cyber DJ was just playing recklessly because he knew. And oh, Specs Hex is even worse here. Specs Hex is even worse because that's going to destroy Gliscor. Okay, looks like it's not Specs at all. Just, yeah, nothing I can do. Can't break. That's the problem I had with this team. I faced a bulky team and it was just over. That's why you need an Ogre Pawn over Primarina. That is exactly why you need an Ogre Pawn over Primarina. Unfortunate loss there. Yeah, this is going to die to a Hex. Let's check up on this game, see how this is going. Looks like Pterodart Gambit managed to clean up the HO, and Waniel goes down. Let's check in on Sinistcha, who I think is still undefeated. And it continues. Oh my god. Looks like it was a devastating game. What did this can get? Terra fired, yeah. Sinistcha just keeping it up. Yeah, this is, let's check up on this one. Oh, okay. Weakness policy Latios just went crazy. Looks like, I kind of want to see how this got started. Like, when did this happen? Let's see. Okay, came in here, went for a Calm Mind. We see, oh yeah. Not a good U-turn. And then Gambit comes, oh, but the Gambit was frozen earlier. Oh, that's devastating. That's devastating, to be honest. Yeah, and then I can see, yeah, there's nothing you can do there. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Unfortunate for Knorr Industries getting frozen like that. Because you could have Terra'd, right? And let's see. Looks like Simon Y just wrapping up that game with a Glide. So it looks like probably this is not, maybe not our last, but we're close to the end here. And yeah, Olo will drop. Val will drop. Gliscor will drop. And Heatran will drop. So yeah, maybe I was too harsh on Cyber DJs playing there. Good stuff. Pretty dominant ending. And let's see who we have. So this is round 5 we're looking at. Looks like we just picked all the games that were... Well, we know this one's done. We know Winawa won that. Let's take... We know CringeCat lost. So if you are still updating, we know that happened. Let's check it. Where is... I said I was going to watch Hi, and then I missed it. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Oh, looks like Hi got the win. Oh, and we've got a Arcanine Hisui team. Very interesting. Okay, we'll try to watch that next round. But good on Hi for winning that. Let's check out Evil Biscuit. Okay, so it was an SD Rillaboom. This really weird set. It is an SD Rillaboom. Good to know. And we're going to see the high horsepower just come out and kill. I don't know why Raging Bolt was the... I guess, actually, no, it makes sense that Raging Bolt was the response. Typically, these do not carry high horsepower. Pulse. I'm surprised to not see the Wisp come out there. But we see a U-turn into Tusk on the high horsepower. And this will get glided here, and it will die. We'll see if there's Terra has been used. No Terra, so Tusk is able to Terra. And Rillaboom, surprisingly, just not going for it. Going for the weirdest Swords Dance I've ever seen. I don't see how that ever worked out well. I think that was an absolutely awful play. I mean, no, I don't see a world in which that Swords Dance was good. Are we about to see Trailblaze? Trailblaze could do it here, guys. Trailblaze could do it here. If it has anything to hit Pult, like Knock or something like that. You probably Ivy Cudgel on the Oh, we see the player. Okay, no Terra coming out from Pult. Wow. Is this going to be able to kill, though? Yes, it is. Oh, wow. That's a tight one. That's a tight one. Very close game. Wow. Okay, so Evil Biscuit going to go down. Let's see. I think we're just about done. We've got that down. Let's check in on Digihask. That game's ended as well, so it just hasn't been reflected yet. Let's see. We've seen that. Okay, so the last one is Buggy D Clown. Let's check on that. Who's that? Blank. Blank Pain. Okay. Let's see, versus Flame Lord. And it looks like that is done as well. So we are done, just waiting on the updates. And then we will move on to our final round before we get into the bracket. Poor Smeargle. Just couldn't quite do it. I think we've seen almost every team at this. Wow. Starting off with a Burning Bulwark is devastating. Funny enough, I think it still dies, actually. Yeah, it still does die. But maybe a Smeargle double here would be wild. Did we get the Smeargle double? We did. Ooh. Ooh. Great plays. Love to see that. And I believe this thing is about to Stone Axe here. Yep. Oh my god, that did 13. Holy crap. Yeah, Tidy Up for sure is going to come off there. Unfortunate speed tier where the Smeargle just... A little bit of a mistake there, assuming it was faster. Yeah, Gold comes in probably on a bite this time, I'd imagine. Okay, Tidy Up. A little greedy. A little unnecessary. But do we get another flinch? No, okay. Oh, we do get the flinch. So, yeah, don't get greedy there. Gold got greedy. It tried to boost up. Don't do that. Okay, we got a nice Drain Punch there from Mimikyu. Just Make It Rain coming off into Gambit. Allo. You hate to see when Allo's your Ogerpon switch in. That's not a good sign. Okay, though. Yanmega pretty clever there, coming in at a good time. Definitely a Protect from Yanmega. I don't know why the Terra came out there. You never want a Terra on a Protect. You want to keep your surprise factor intact, because who knows? Had you preserved it for the next turn, maybe the Yanmega would have gone for Terra Bug, and you would have been able to catch it. But yeah, let's see. Terrifier comes out. Probably just going to be a Kowtow. I don't think Sludge Wave kills here. Yeah. Sludge Wave not killing. And at this point, it's looking good. Scald, do we get the burn? No, not quite, but you've got a few chances. Mimikyu is not a powerful Pokemon. You still have enough. Like, even this is not going to... If you get a Scald burn here, that would do fine. And you do get it. And now you just Wish Up. And this Mimikyu just cannot do enough damage. Bless his heart. At the end of the day, it is still just a Mimikyu. Yeah, Scald there. And then just going to burn this. And I think, yeah, we saw how that ended. So, okay, let's see if that has been reflected yet. We do have that done. We are not quite ready for round 6. Match is pending, but yeah, we are done with this round, except... No, we saw this one ended too. Or I believe so. Let's check Drew. Maybe I was looking at a previous game. Yeah, no, we did see that game. That game is over. That game is over. Predictions. Let's think. Who's favored to win here? I'd say I think Wanawa has gone undefeated, which definitely warrants consideration. That definitely warrants consideration. At the same time, Parpel has been almost undefeated. He's been doing well. Yeah, there have been some people that have been performing pretty well. I'd say probably at the moment. It's really tough to say. Really tough to say. But we got Wanawa versus Parpel. I really want to see that game. That game I really want to see. But we'll start with BMO. Esvalor. Okay, that's not a good start. Immediate Cinderace Wisp. Immediate Cinderace Wisp, yeah. And it's not a good sign that you're Iron Defensing. Really a shame, because this team was made when Zama was not in the metagame. So this team loses to, like, it loses to Zamazenta. The whole thing gets body pressed. So the fact that you let it get burned immediately is a huge mistake from BMO. This is like your strongest Pokemon, and now you're just getting farmed by Future Sight. Really sad stuff. Not well executed. Here you probably just go for a ground move, kind of as catch-all. Yeah, and after this is going to definitely kill a Future Sight. The CC was unnecessary, but I guess it covered Gambit switch, which is fair. Surprised to not see... Well, I suppose Ninetales makes sense. I would have expected maybe a Iron Moth or something. But it's looking good for S-Valor at this point, because that Zama won. But now that Zama's dead, D-Knight has a field day. Anyway, let's open up some of these other ones. Lord Waniel, RazMX, Solrock the Great, and Duvox. Okay. This Blaziken team has been having a rough time. I think I've seen Mr. Steelio Girl lose pretty much every game. Anyway, let's go back to where we were over here. Oh yeah, that's not a good sign. Going to be a very dominant, easy rapid spin there, and you can reset rocks, and there's no ghost type to stop it, so you can just set your rocks again and just keep on going, or you can do that. Yeah, this is looking super good for S-Valor. I think if you're BMO here, you really need something special. Okay, we're gonna watch this. This is a game I wanted to see play out. These two are probably some of the strongest players in the tournament at the moment. I would say some of the strongest players in the tournament. Gambit lead, switching it up, no Rabombi. Okay, great double. So Sinistcha knew. Sinistcha was fully aware that this Weavile would be able to pull this. Now here's the rough part. This Scizor has Defog. This is the best answer for webs ever. A Defog Bullet Punch Scizor, like you are so set with this. Okay, we're gonna go into this and open these two up, just so we can keep this going. But let's go back to, where were we? Here we were. So yeah, this Scizor is probably about to pull the Defog here. Gets paralyzed. So if you're Sinistcha here, you should get out of here. But I don't know if Sinistcha knows that this Scizor is Defog. Defog Scizor against a non-gold team, I will say that is a really nice counter. That being said, I don't honestly think Sinistcha needs webs that much. Parple's team is pretty slow and relies mostly on priority. So I don't think it's a huge issue. Now that being said, this is Terra fighting Focus Blast, and Wanawa has been previously a big fan of just clicking that Terra early, but do you want to do that against a Hoopa Unbound? I don't think you do. At the same time, how else do you get past it? Your crown is just about to get farmed here. I'm thinking Wanawa's main way to win is going to be Weavile. Because, yeah, your Terra fighting crown here, it's not going to be doing much. And yet, crown just goes down. This is definitely the roughest start we've seen for Wanawa yet, without a doubt. And we'll open this as well. Yeah, because Scizor just comes in here. This is looking like finally, honestly, it's almost been frustrating to watch Wanawa get away with this greedy webs team. No spin blocker, no Goldengo. You're kind of seeing the punishment. This is what happens. He says my MU is pretty bad. He's right. The MU is pretty bad, but at the same time, like, that is absolutely what you get. You've been bringing a really cheesy team, a really inconsistent team. The reason Webs runs Goldengo is to be more consistent. Goldengo is not the best sticky web abuser in the world. You use it for those rapid spinners, for those defoggers. And so you're kind of paying the price of greedy matchup fishing, really. But this Tusk is looking strong. Nope, never mind. I forgot it's a fast EP Lando. So I think that's pretty much curtains. The Scizor is paralyzed. So you definitely still try if you're Wanawa. The game's not... Oh, but there's first impression Slitherwing. You've already burned your Terra. Yeah, no, this game is super over. This game is super over. Wanawa got absolutely destroyed. Because Slitherwing just close combats the entire team, and you've already used Terra on Tusk, so you're not actually able to do anything there. Yeah, this is a complete and utter devastating destruction. This is devastating. Weavile kills here with Banded Ice Shard, and Gambit's never getting past the Slitherwing. Wanawa making good plays. The double there is good. You probably should Ironhead here to try to catch the Slitherwing. Yeah, Shard always killing is crazy. Yeah, Banded Weavile, very very good Pokemon. And if this Weavile has low kick, it's also kind of over there. Good Ironhead. So I will say, Wanawa Sinistcha is making the plays he needs to make. But that Tusk play was not good. That burning the Terra, if you still had your Terra on Gambit, this game was very doable. But without that, well, you're seeing what happens. Because this Weavile gets one shot by first impression. It's been over. The fact that it's over is not... Oh, the 2-hit. That could have been big. That 2-hit, if that 3-hit, I don't know why you left in Slithering there. That was a total throw. Unless it didn't have first impression, that was a beyond a throw. But anyway, Sinistcha is going to take, I believe, his first loss of the tournament. So, there we go. Let's check up on this first one we were watching, BMO. Let's see, it's probably over. Yeah, S-Valor absolutely destroyed. Let's check up on this game. Looking very good for J-Song at the moment. Excuse me. Yeah, Specs. Bolt is looking good. Specs Crown is looking good. Definitely you're happy about that. Let's check up on Rudy. Okay, looks like so something to note. Teams are locked in this tour, so it is a Terra Ground Roaring Moon. And looks like it just ran through the team. One shot at a Great Tusk. Good heavens. And just, yeah, just powered through. I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, good stuff. Roaring Moon is Roaring Moon. Battle theme. I don't know what all this nonsense is about. Let's just skip past, see what happened here. Okay, kind of interesting. We got a health. Oh, no, we've got a very unhealthy Dondozo. We've got a sick, dying Dondozo. Sleeping is on 2 turns, though, so it can rest. So whatever sweeper you need to bring in has to one-shot it, but it looks like every sweeper is pretty much capable of doing that. Hoopa going to come in on the future sight. That's a good turn. Not a good Hyperspace Fury, because now that Earthquake will be doing like 80. Yeah, you would have wanted to Drain Punch the Lou there, I think. But anyway, you will still be immune to Future Sight with Moon. And you can probably... Acro is fair, especially if you don't have Roost. But this Corv probably has Helmet and is probably going to come in here. You should knock. Good, yeah. So at least the Corv is super chipped now. Iron Moth makes sense. Fiery Dance, do we get a boost? Lou comes in. Probably you just go Quaquaval here. It's kind of what it's for, I would think. Quaquaval would look good if it had Swords Dance, but the way this Quaquaval is being played... Well, no, it probably does have Swords Dance, but... You're going to need to get off an SD to threaten the Glow King. And then there's also Latios. I don't know if this Quaquaval is doing it. I don't think it's doing it. We can check up on this, though. Yeah, we do see Tachyon Cutter being exactly as effective as I thought it would be. You really just stay in here, you eat the knock, and then I really doubt Rillaboom can handle this on its own. Yeah, Simon is going to go down here. Yeah, and we get the kill. Okay, so that one's done. We can check back up on this game. Okay, this seems like it's a little slow-paced. It's weirdly... Although we do see the Dozo death, so that is good to note. Just going to EQ and take it out there. Okay, it looks like things are wrapping up. Maybe we do watch this a little bit more. This is tough. I do like the tails here. I think you need a Veil, and then you got to try to win with Quack. Because you can go Quack and go for a Roost here. That's the upside. And you've got to hope Cinderace gets parried, I think. At this point, you are on the back foot if you're Waniel. All right, let's check up here. Looks like good positioning for Sinistcha. Depends a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're going to see that drop here. We're probably about to see this game wrap up. I don't believe Pult Hex kills, and I think Shadow Ball does, so I think that'll probably be game. But even if it's not, Slowking will live, a lot of stuff will live, and it's just going to be the Sinistcha living, so goodbye. Let's see if anything exciting's happened here. Got Veil up on both sides, which is kind of okay here. Hoopa U with Veil. I didn't even consider that, but actually that does look pretty good. Unfortunately, I do not believe Hyperspace Hole bypasses, so that is kind of the problem. Not a fan of the Hatterene there. Not a fan of the Hatterene. I see why you did it, U-turn being U-turn, but I think you hit... there comes a point where you just have to hope for paralysis. And I think we're past that point. You've got to know when you're on the back foot and start making aggressive plays. Okay, this game's over. Looks like apparently both players think they threw, but Solrock going to come out on top. Good stuff from Solrock. I think I haven't seen Solrock lose any games. We'll see this. Okay, and finally, Mr. Steel Yo Girl gets a win with Blaziken. Blaziken does look like it has a dominant matchup here, to be honest. The one thing that can stop it is Gliscor, so that's good. And let's see. Stall, looks like Stall is not having a good time. Oh, and we see Trick Hoopa with Scarf. That's interesting. Stall does not appear to be having a good time against Terra Rock CB Arcanine, although it is almost dead. And the Pokemon are... some of these... oh, okay, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Yeah, looks like Stall did not have a good time against CB Terra Rock Arcanine. Who would have thunk it? And wow, yeah, no, this seems like the most anti-Stall team in the entire tournament. This is why you don't bring Stall to a Pinkator, because people prepare for it, especially if you were bringing a Stall team and like a best of 3 where you could switch up your teams. That's a fine matchup, Fish. But in a tournament where people's teams are locked in and people can't change their teams, I feel like it's especially important to not bring Stall, because people are going to be preparing. People are going to try to build for a lot of matchups, and Stall will be one of those matchups probably, especially in a non-Kyurem meta. Well, now that we have Kyurem back, it'll be harder to fit Stall prep onto teams. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, looks like a forfeit from Flame Lord, which makes sense. Not a particularly strong build there. I'll take a quick check-in on chat. What's the opposite of undefeated? 0 wins is probably the word I would use for that. And I think we just saw this game end, didn't we? Or no, this one's still going on. Okay. Good. That did a lot. Is this banded? Starting to wonder if this is banded. If it is banded, you now win with hype. You now win with like knockoff. So good stuff on Lord Waniel's part. And it looks like who won this? Looks like Freak Across took it. This D-Knight has been fantastic. Yeah, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. This D-Knight has been taking a lot of wins today. Okay, we're going to sack that. I think you've got to go Hoopa. It's time. It either lives a Draco or it doesn't. Yeah, Hyperspace, no reason to click it. Well, I hope you have another dark move. I really hope you do. Because if you don't, how are you going to kill the glow? Oh, you've got one more. I thought it was out. So one more Hyperspace Fury. Let's see. Draco, not quite killing. So if this Hoopa has any dark move, if it has knockoff, this game will be a win. Because the Dozo's already Terra'd. If this does not have knockoff, then this could actually get interesting, and I think the Slowking might win. Because what are you probably carrying? Zen Headbutt, maybe? Maybe Zen Headbutt Gunk? Oh, Waniel says maybe. So it looks like this is not... you want to run knock on your Banded Hoopa use. You do not want to rely on hyperspaces. That is a total mistake. So bad set here from Lord Waniel. Really bad set. You're going to be clicking knock or hyperspace most of the time. Those are the two moves you never drop. Drain Punch, knock, hyperspace are the three you run, and then you either run like Gunk or Zen or Ice Punch or whatever. I think that was a terrible future sight. I think you've got, okay, now it's not looking good. Because now Hoopa can kill with like whatever coverage move it has. Yeah, now it's GG. Because, yeah, Hoopa can now kill with pretty much anything. We'll see. Yeah, Thunder Punch will do it. Thunder Punch will do it. That was close. That was close. Good stuff. Okay, so that game is now done. So we are done the 6 rounds. I have had trouble keeping track of who's been winning and who's not, so we will see the bracket soon. We will see the bracket soon. Got someone just saying hi. Okay, I'm going to check in with the mod team. Okay, 6 rounds are over. Where will the bracket appear? Let's see. This is exciting. We're on to the bracket now, guys. We got some time. We are on to the bracket. Let's see. Okay. Broomstick, 1 more matches. Higher. Okay, so our top 4 are Broomstick, Wanawa, Rudy, and Purple. Looks like what? I could have sworn. Okay, so nobody went 6-0. Everybody went 5-1. Okay, cool. So we're going to do. We'll do first seed against last seed. So we'll do Purple versus Broomstick then, and Wanawa versus Rudy. Let's make sure that works. I don't want to step on the toes. I mean, these guys have been doing the whole organization this time. Okay, I will send that in chat to you guys. Purple stick and Wanawa versus Rudy. Who wants to go first? Top 4, so let's not do this at the same time. All right, let's see. Let's just see who starts first. Let's see. Yo, Tenebricite, that guy's great. Tenebricite's fantastic. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, Soul Rock, you were so close. You went 5-1, but didn't quite have the best. I don't know exactly what the score was, but yeah, we did end up going with Broomstick. Okay, guys, let's get this show on the road. Let's see. It says sub to Pink Cross, everyone. Yes, please do sub. Let's block PMs, though. I appreciate it, but like I do not want to have a whole situation like what happened last stream. Come on, guys. Also, please like the stream if you're enjoying. I know we had a bit of a rough start, but This tournament is getting exciting. So Wanawa has. Here's the one thing I will say: if Purple wins their game, Wanawa is going to have a bit of a rough time. I don't think Wanawa can beat Purple's team. That matchup is pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Yeah. I don't want to try playing music because I had to readjust the audio for Lang. If I try it now, it's going to be like we're going to have to do a whole thing with a 2-minute delay and you guys hearing music. It's going to be a mess. Trust me, it's not worth the music. Langloy. I'm going to see if she wants to commentate top 4. And yeah, hi chat from character. Yeah, this is interesting. So we've seen these players do. I think I've seen the least of Broomstick of the people in the top 4. But let's see. Let's just get this going. Guys, why are you not playing? Purple. Cheer up. Let's just do Purple first. Okay, apparently Lang is about to play PTPL, so we're not doing that. Let's get Purple's game going. Let's get this. This is exciting. I'm feeling the hype now. The rounds were a little slow at times, especially when there were stall games involved. I am happy to see no stall player made it into the top cut. I will say, with even if that coin flip had gone the other way, it would not have been particularly close. Everyone was 5-1 who was close to that top cut, and even some 5-1. We had one person that was 5-1 that did get cut. So, yeah, that definitely worth considering there. Hopefully we get this Purple game soon. Someone says, does the title first ever viewer tournament mean that there will be more tournament? Maybe. Maybe. When is this game with Purple happening? We got to get this game. It's like both people should be online. I don't know what we're waiting for. And nobody gets to choose their team. Yeah, what is up? We've still got a 5-minute time. I am not beyond DQing somebody in top 4. Who? Purple is playing who again? Broomstick? Where's Broomstick? Let me send a PM to Broomstick. Let's copy this. Yo. Oh, I'm blocking PMs. Shall to. Oh. Okay, we're on. All right, guys. First game of top 3. And we are now into single elimination. So whoever loses this is out of the tournament. Let's see what Scissor is going to do. Probably if you're Scissor, you just go for Bullet Punch here. I would think that would be the best approach. Just get damage. Because then if the Tinkaton wants to Encore, you'll Bullet Punch and 3-shot it. And you probably want to Defog. You probably Bullet Punch turn 1 and then Defog, I would imagine, is the play. I will say Weavile looks amazing here. Weavile looks really, really great here. Yeah, Weavile looks Because the only thing that can really switch in is Tinkaton, which I think gets 2-shot by beat up and is just not that bulky physically in general. And now with this bullet punch, it's not taking hits at all. So yeah, Tinkaton will steal the boots though, which is a little frustrating. Is this a BO3? No, just BO. Oh, let me check. Is this a BO3 or BO1? Or BO3 for grands? BO3, okay. Okay, it's a BO3. Good to know. In that case, maybe let's get the other set going. We can kind of try to watch both. Because I know it's been a while. This stream, I know it's been going on for a little while. Or we'll do this. So who's Sinistcha facing again? Where is Sinistcha? Your BO3 facing RudyRudy. All right, we'll get these both. We'll get this. I thought it was best of one, so I wanted to focus. But now that we're doing that, people are going to be playing carefully, doing 2 best of 3s. Let's just get this going. Tinkaton going to get burned. I will say, Slitherwing looks really strong against this team. So we're going to get that show on the road, and let's block PMs. No racial slurs yet. We're doing great. U-turn. Yep, and this is a great Scizor opportunity. So now that this is burned and taking damage, and Scizor are able to defog, basically Purple has effectively denied rocks. Rocks are simply not getting up this game, and I believe Bullet Punch will kill here. Yeah, so really nicely done by Purple. Getting this burned was actually really clever. A lot of people would have just CC'd, which may have killed, but it didn't cover a lot of switches as well. Burn also covered the Glow King better, right? It covered the D-Knight better. It covered the Sinistcha better than CC. And on top of that, it also kind of puts Thank Wong in this position where the Scizor can come in constantly on the Tinkaton and just defog as it dies to burn chip. So rocks really have been effectively denied. So good stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, top 4 we are doing BO3s. And let's see. When is this? When on again? We don't have it starting yet. So I will say though, the tricks of defog Scizor, that being known for next game will be a big deal. Thank Wong was playing like they did not know Scizor was defog. So armed with that knowledge, we might see some different stuff. And this is going to be a much faster set, I think. This is going to be a much faster set. So these two did play before. These two did play before, and I believe the winner was Sinistcha. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Please like. I know it's been a lot longer than the typical streams, but I'm having a good time. I hope you are as well. It's really fun just kind of watching some Pokemon, hanging out with you guys, and seeing how this goes. Yeah, it's been nice. We got the obvious Rabombi lead. Let's wait and see what's happening here. This Weavile is in a super scary position. Going to go for the Axle. Only hits once. Devastating for Purple. I will say, beat up felt like the right choice there. The only beat up switch in was Tusk, and it's an offensive set and would not take a beat up well at all. So I feel like going for triple Axle there was maybe considering the Terra Fairy, but it felt like beat up was kind of free. Now I will say I think triple Axel. Well, no, actually I can totally get behind the Axel play. I feel like Axel objectively was really good there. If it hit, it there was no answer because the only steel resist is dead and everything is weak. So I take it back. That was a good play by Purple, but just bad luck. But it looks like Weavile is really well positioned. In general, the matchup here definitely is in favor of Purple. Purple's had a very strong matchup spread today, which goes to show maybe this weird-looking team has got more up its sleeve than we expect. We'll check in on Sinistcha here. Going to get taunted. So Sinistcha not aware of that taunt, it looks like. Deoxys going for not Psycho Boosting yet, though. And we're going to see that again. Wanawa probably should Moonblast. Good read, and another drop. That means Psycho Boost will not be two-shotting now, which is crucial to keep in mind. Hatterene, I believe, will block webs unless this is skill swap, but I believe this Rabombi is Psychic Noise, which is why I'm really surprised to see it stay in here. We might see the skill swap. We do not. So not a skill swap set at all. And Rabombi just going to helplessly stay in and Moonblast. I disagree with that, honestly. Oh, okay. No, I do see the idea now. Being able to block the D-Kiss is kind of nice with the next Pokemon, because actually you can go into, if you only had one more turn, you could have gone into Moon there, which would have been interesting. Tusk is going to come in here. Tusk can bulk. Oh, I see. That is clever. That is clever. I will give it up. Although I just don't think it actually kills here. I don't believe it does. Let's take a look. Yeah, Tusk is not killing here. Tusk is not killing here if it's a standard Hatterene, and this D-Kiss is going to be devastating. So I think Wanawa has messed this one up. But we will get to see a best of 3. So we'll check in on this game. Tinkaton just going to get erased by that knockoff. And it looks like Slytherin will come in on the Meowscarada. Interesting spikes. I've not watched a lot of games from Thankwong, so kind of cool to see what he's packing. But looks like Weavile is going to come in here once more, and this will be a pretty devastating Axel. I think you have to Terra Fairy. Honestly, here, I think you have to Terra Fairy. You are in a really rough spot here as Thankwong, and Terra Fairy is your only possible way out. I would say if I'm Purple here, I'm going for a knockoff to try to deny leftovers and try to get Rocks Chip would be my game plan, because this is going to Terra Fairy here, and you cannot kill with an Axel if Terra Fairy happens. You cannot kill with an Axel, because even with Choice Band, if this Terra Fairies, you're just getting sapped. So you could knock off and deny leftovers here. That's a big deal. But we don't see the Terra, which is shocking to me. That's absolutely shocking, because that was your only way of dealing with Weavile whatsoever. And this dies unless it Terras. But I don't know if that even does it. What do we see? We see a critical hit, extreme speed, and then the eject button out. Probably you just go right back into Weavile here. It won't kill even with Terra Normal at this rate. And yet, Sinistcha did indeed mess that up. Sinistcha changed the Gambit name. I guess we won't DQ for that. Okay, we see the SD. Pretty reckless there. Yeah, critical hit. Okay, I mean, that was a kind of an unnecessary... well, maybe not an unnecessary risk. I can see why you'd do it. But it looks like Sinistcha is getting absolutely cooked this game. DD there is pretty greedy, but I get it. I do get it. Acro, I believe, does kill here. Yeah, critical, especially with a critical hit. That'll definitely kill. Gambit comes in. You do have game. Oh, never mind. Balloon Gambit. I don't think this is Brick Break. No, not Brick Break at all. And without Terra, you're going to lose to Blaziken. You're just going to lose to Blaziken. There's no other way. Because this thing can only have stored power, so... And it's going to just miss to add insult to injury. Yeah, this game was a total wash. So Sinistcha is going to need to make a comeback. But let's see, we got Scizor coming in. Probably just going to go for a defog. Oh no, okay, opting for a more offensive U-turn. Fair enough. I do think it's risky to be bringing in Weavile this much, and counting on Axel as a move is kind of just a scary thing always, but looks like it will hit, and as long as one of the Axels hit, the Slowking will drop, and sure enough, one does hit. And I think based on that D-Knight crit, I believe we can conclude that this is a banded D-Knight. Yeah, that I believe that is banded damage. Yeah, that's banded for sure. Okay, so good to know. This Scizor here, honestly, I don't know why you don't just bullet punch there. You're almost killing. And see, this is what I don't like. I don't like the continually going into Weavile and trying to hit Axel. I would rather keep it for Ice Shard later. But it's still hitting. Okay, we do get the hits. It's Axel has been, other than that first time, which was fairly inconsequential, Axel has been good this game. And Slitherwing with Wisp is just going to destroy this endgame. And we get the loss. There was no, so apparently the calc was lying to him. I think he was calcing a max HP set, but those CM1s are defensive. You gotta check your calc, especially if it's a calc dex. You gotta be checking that. You cannot rely on that. Okay, let's just say that. We'll block PMs again. Okay, we do see game 2. All right. Anyway, yeah, Slitherwing comes in. Not a surprise. Terra Fire is interesting. As I said, Terra Fairy with Sinistcha earlier. Maybe the Sinistcha was not Terra Fairy, but I don't know. I feel like you really should have gone for something earlier. And this game is just over at this point. Morning Sun plus Close Combat just totally shuts this team down. So this is a definite win for Parple. Yeah, this is a definite win for Parple. So let's see. Okay, we see Taunt turn 1 on the Moonblast. So Sinistcha did learn something and Moonblasted hard. Hopefully he learned something more in his switch. I don't know why you're leaving it in. I don't know why you're doing that. That's not a good play. You go into Gambit, you SD. I think that's got to be the move. This staying in and letting the Rabombi die thing, I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. And this time, if the Hatterene's smart, it's going to Calm Mind, so it can Dekiss next turn. Yeah, I don't like how Sinistcha's play. Because see, when you lose, when you play an opening and you get destroyed, you've got to develop a new opening. New opener sequence. And this whole like stay in on the Hatterene as it Calm Minds and do absolutely no damage, it's not a good start. It is not a good start. Keeping Rabombi here is a good move because you pressure your opponent to keep Hatterene alive. If webs go up, that's great for you. So I don't like how this has been handled. I don't like it one bit. But yeah, Parple absolutely going to take game 1. And now we've got game 2. It looks like we're shaping up to see a Rudy Parple finals. I'm happy to see a Haxorus team get so far. I'm surprised, but I'm happy. And this is not going to kill. Again, it didn't kill last time. It won't kill this time. I guess Terra Fire, but you're giving up you gave up your Rabombi, you gave up your Terra, you gave up everything just to kill a Hatterene? Like, that's not really... And you still don't kill even. No, hold on. Yeah, you still don't kill. So I think this is a terrible sequence. Wanawa is, yeah, he's not playing this well. There are a lot of better options you could make. I think probably hard Gambit SD. I mean, I think this thing has Iron Head, right? Yeah, we've seen it have Iron Head. You can force the Hatterene to Terra. You can become the aggressor instead of just sitting there and losing. The play, when this Rabombi comes in, when the Hatterene comes in on Rabombi, you hard switch into Gambit and start Iron Heading. And it's not like Gambit is looking like amazing this game. You got to get past their opposing Gambit, a Blaziken, a Moon. It's not like you're in a super strong spot, although holy crap, that is a great rapid spin. I have no idea what Rudy was doing there. Although, you know, maybe I was blind, because now that I think about it, rapid spin was really good there. But I think if you're Rudy, you just keep like de-kissing, because the Tusk cannot. And then it comes down to a Gambit read, actually. No, this is tight. Sinestcha was not as much. No, maybe there is something. Maybe I've been wrong. This bulk up Tusk, I didn't realize how much it ran through the team, but this really slow team, even a +1 Tusk outspeeding everything is kind of wild. But Tusk would have needed to get 2 spins on Hatterene. Dekiss did a fair amount of damage. It was doing like, yeah, it was doing like around like 15. Dekiss did a fair amount of, well, actually no, because Tusk is not bulk invested. So that Dekiss was doing like 16 to 18. So you use that twice. Tusk was almost certainly dying to Gambit, and it would have had to click Headlong to finally kill the Hatterene. So you could get it super low, and it would have needed to go for 2 spins unless it wanted to just get Psycho boosted by Dio. Because, yeah, most Dio, especially ones on Screen Steam, should be running enough speed for +1 Tusk. That's a standard leveled hit. So Rudy was in a really good spot and made a terrible decision by switching out Hatterene there. Because now this Tusk is poised to click Headlong Rush and pick up 2 kills, and then Gambit comes in. Because this super dies, and actually, I don't think you even need to Headlong. You can actually just go for a Ice Spinner, and Haxorus has to Terra to avoid it. Okay, so we have a different sequence, starting this time with Volcanion and catching the Sinistcha with Flame. That's a great start. You're really happy with that start if you're Purple. Flamethrower coming out. Steam Eruption. Toxic, that's big. Volcanion getting poisoned is definitely big. Steam Eruption onto Sinistcha. Sinistcha not looking healthy at all. And it does get outsped. So Sinistcha gets outsped by... Yeah, okay, we see the Sinistcha go down. That's actually a big kill. Because look at Slitherwing now, too. You probably just go for a Wisp here. Yeah, getting that residual damage on Glowking is actually really good. Even the little chip damage matters. Oh, that's a great turn. Use Psychic Noise here, I'd say. Okay, Knock is fair too. Gigaton Hammer will actually not kill here, so you are free to stay in if you want. Wow, that was a funny interaction there. Pickpocket and Magician both activating, so nobody got anything. And the slow defog plus the fast bullet punch possibility is nasty there. This is a perfect time to go into Eject Landorus. Okay, good read, I guess. Knew that was coming. You probably go into Scizor here and then U-turn is probably the move. Let's check back up on this game. It will be Terra Electric, which is a really weird Terra. Does not resist. Sinestcha says my plan was double spin. I don't doubt that your plan was double spin on the Hatterene. But if you double spinned, those 2 D-Kisses would have put you into Gambit Sucker range. They would have put you right into Gambit Sucker range, and you would have had to get like 3 predicts right to Sucker. So double spin was not an ironclad strategy there. Like, you were still likely to lose. You would have had to have gotten a ton of reads. You would have had to bulk up on Gambit like 3 times to live a Sucker, I think. So I know you were planning on spinning twice on Hatterene. It was not enough. Your opponent had to throw for this to work out. I don't think you played this. Sinestcha, this was not a well-played start, but it ended up working because Rudy kind of also tossed by switching into Dio. Looks like this is going very well for Purple here. Probably we're not going to see a game 3 here. I think this will probably be a 2-0. Yeah, this is looking really good. Let's see how this game is going. I do believe Sucker kills here. So, oh, and it's Balloon as well. Oh, if it was Balloon Gambit, then you absolutely never won with... I don't know why... If it was Balloon Gambit, why were you going into Haxorus and Terra Electricing first? What are you doing, Rudy? You had a whole Balloon Gambit. Didn't remember your Balloon... Yeah, like, what? I forgot the Balloon... This is insane. I have no idea why you would ever do that. This is just wild. This game was thrown completely out the window by Rudy, honestly. The Terra, complete waste of Terra, complete waste of a Pokemon. You had a whole counter just sitting there. Should have stayed with Hatterene and then just gone into Gambit. But we'll see. Rudy did win game 1, so I'm hoping Rudy learns from their mistakes and takes it back, because I do think Rudy has the matchup here, and Sinistcha does not seem willing to learn from mistakes on that Hatterene. That should not have gone as well as it did. So Rudy definitely has a shot. This is looking devastating for Thankwang. Slowking chipped. Everything hates taking wisps. Weavile's healthy. Hoopa's going to get sacked, but, like, it's not a big deal. Oh, this might actually live, too. Like, actually. Even after poison. It does. That's hilarious. Or it has a chance to. That's so funny. You probably wisp here. Oh, no, it's not Scarf Meow. Never mind. I'm saying nonsense. You probably go Scizor here and get that defog off. You don't want to play this endgame with hazards. You want to just get rid of those things. And Meow does not get Fire Punch, so you have nothing to be afraid of. This is absolutely a Scizor defog. Yeah, sure enough. Parple sees it. Shoutouts to Parple for making good plays. I feel like probably the strongest, most consistent player I've seen today. Fortunate flinch on Hatterene, avoiding eating that Mystical Fire. Didn't really matter. Weavile kind of wins here. He says, no way I lose, OMG. There's no way you manage to choke this. You just keep clicking Iron Head and then you go Ice Shard. Unless you're not running. Does this not have... Is it not an Ice Shard Weavile? Sinistcha, seriously, buddy? If Rudy manages to win despite throwing like crazy, that would be wild. Wait, is this about to click Terra Blast? Oh no. It's crazy. Okay, you just defog here. It's time to defog. Okay, One-All will win. So we do get a game 3. But okay, good to know. No Ice Shard on that Weavile. What game are we watching, folks? What game are we watching? This is wild. I want to see. Let's... Oh my gosh. I'm glad we still got some views. We still got some engagement here. We do see the defog come out. Lando makes a lot of sense. Fire Punch, yep. And it's Weavile time. Axel. It's going to get the 3 hits. Down goes Glowking. Meow comes in. Hoopa makes sense. Terrifier Meow does look kind of nice here, but I just think the team doesn't have enough resources. If you're you go for Fire Punch here. I think the better play would have been hoping for an Axel miss. Yeah. Odds of a critical hit are lower than the odds of an Axel miss. So you should have gone for Fire Punch there. Would have been the play. Because if the Weavile missed and then it died, you had a real shot. Not a good shot, but a shot. And yeah, now at this point, oh, and that's going to be curtains. Yeah, better played game 2 by Thankwang. The Terrifier Meow is kind of scary, but yeah, this is a bit of a rough MU. And G-Not too, just devastating. So yeah, now this is just going to be a cleanup by Weavile and Scizor. Nicely done, guys. Purple. You're in finals. Waiting on last game. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so we've got one last game. Have I missed it? Has it started yet? Let's see. This is the most recent one. No, okay, so last game has not happened yet. We're waiting on the final game of the best of 3. Sinistcha versus Rudy. We got one more game. And scouting is allowed. So Purple should be watching this game, trying to study, gather team info. If you're Purple, you really want Sinistcha to win this last game. Because if Sinistcha wins, you're going to grand finals with a really strong matchup. Okay, so apparently last game, although given that really low roll, it could have been a min roll, but it also could be that Rudy's Mence is not fully. I think we saw it live a hit. It should not have lived earlier. It might not be full attack. So we'll consider that. It could be when I just got lucky on a min roll, but hmm. Yeah, this is oh no, it looks like it was a guaranteed survival. So no, that was not a Haxie end game. Sinistcha always lived. So let's see, guys. Yeah, so if you're purple, no one's here, eh? If you're purple, you really should be focusing on this game and hoping Sinistcha takes it. Because if Sinistcha takes it, you have a great matchup. I'd say that's probably one of the most devastating matchups I've seen in this tour. Now, I'm not going to say that's bad luck. Because Sinistcha brought one of the least consistent, most matchup fishy teams I've ever seen to this tournament. So it is deserved to get matchup checked. And there's no more thematically appropriate place for it to happen than Grands. This might die here based on rolls. Low roll. It's going to survive on one. If you're Sinistcha, you're unhappy with that. If you're purple, you're unhappy with that. But if you're Rudy, you love to see that 24%. Which was, in all fairness, those other rolls were pretty high. It looks like. Yeah, it's unlikely to get that. It was unlikely to get the 3-shot. Now, if you're Sinistcha, hopefully you've been thinking just a little bit, and maybe you'll go into Gambit here, because this cannot touch Gambit, and the Hatterene has been the switch every single time. So I'm hoping Sinistcha finally realizes to go into Gambit. These guys have been playing like they've settled into a comfortable rhythm. They're playing like an 80-year-old couple lives life. They're not changing, they're not doing anything new. And they should be. Much like old couples. Got to keep it fresh, guys. But anyway, this is absurd. Like, Gambit is the play there. These two are just doing the same thing over and over. I swear, if Sinistcha stays in and clicks Moonblast and keeps clicking, especially after that special attack drop, this is the best time ever to go into Gambit. I'm going to be furious if he stays in here. That would be a terrible... Oh, finally. He realized it, and so did he. Or, no, that was probably just a raw mystical to hit the Rabambi. But either way, we have thinking. Disagree with the Swords Dance there. You just want a hard Iron Head. Blaziken coming in was super likely. You got a Blaziken with screens up, you're absolutely switching it on the King Gambit. Might as well get some damage off with an Iron Head. Although after leftovers, the Iron Head wouldn't have really done anything anyway. But it did a little bit. You know, a little bit of damage is better than no damage. And yeah, Rudy's team having absolutely nothing for Headlong Rush. But this could be like a Terra Flying Blaziken, which normally I'd say is a bad idea. But we have seen that this Weavile is not Ice Shard. So if this Blaziken is Terra Flying, you probably Terra Flying and dance. And you probably win. I would say this matchup is in favor of Rudy. Based on the hesitation, I'm thinking not Terra Flying, though. Terra Ground. Yeah, that's not quite good enough. I don't think that's going to do it. Let's check the calc. Headlong looks like is already killing, and you don't kill it back. So you just burned your Terra for no good reason. And Terra Ground does not do it. And looks like my head calcs were off. You actually wanted to get Blaziken out there. So probably the right play would have been maybe hard Hatterene, potentially. Maybe hard Haxorus, just sack Haxorus, honestly. It doesn't look that good here. Here, you absolutely just Psycho Boost. Good stuff from Rudy. Especially last game, you should have known that there's no Ice Shard on Weavile, unless Sinestcha was just baiting the entire time. And yeah, this does not outspeed. No, actually, hold on. No, Crown will outspeed here. Now, here's the interesting thing. This Crown set, this Stored Power Focus Plus set, I believe Hatterene wins the Calm Mind War. Okay, and it looks like this is a bulkier Crown or just maybe a really fast DOS. But it is going to outspeed. I guess it outspeeds. We see the taunt come out. I think I like that here, actually. Smart Reflect. Yeah, I like this. I think here you go into Hatterene. If you go Hatterene here and start Calm Minding, there is nothing that can stop you. Because this does not have Tachyon. The question is, does Rudy know it doesn't have Tachyon? You've seen it click Focus Blast. If you go Hatterene and Calm Mind here, you win. You win. You just win. And it's going to be the moon. Why are people throwing? Why are they all throwing? You still probably win. But Hatterene was the play there. You go Hatterene, you Calm Mind up, you Mystical Fire. It was perfect. You absolutely won the game there with Hatterene. And then you just de-kissed your way through the rest of the team. Not impressed with this from Rudy. Parple has been the only player not making me cringe this tour. So I think I'm favoring Parple for the win here. But I believe, if I'm recalling correctly, I think Parple's one loss was to Rudy, wasn't it? Wow. Very fortunate miss there. I don't know what to say about the way Rudy's playing this endgame. Hatterene, oh, this should have happened a while ago, but at least we figured it out at some point. You Calm Mind here. You absolutely win this Stored Power War. There will be no war. It'll be a dominant Hatterene performance. You do so much with a Psychic. Please Calm Mind. Thank God. Okay, so Rudy is realizing what to do. And you just spam Calm Mind and Draining Kiss here, really. Or no, I can understand why you want to take out the Rabombi. Yeah, you definitely Psychic Noise again here. You do not want to get caught with that. Now, that Reflect is gone, though. So this is why it was a total throw to go into Mence first. If you went into Hatterene first, we would have been great. We would have had your Reflect up. You'd have been doing awesome right now. Because you went into Moon first, Rudy. Because you went into Moon first, now Weavile can come in with an LO Axle and kill you. And in fact, if this Weavile is low kick, which I believe it is, LO Weavile might just sweep here. So, well, actually, this is actually even better for Sinestcha because you can DD here. Because the Hatterene is blocked from D-kissing. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. If you had Reflect up, it would have been easier to game with the Rabombi. You could have Calm Minded and then finished it so that the healing effect wore off on the right turn, right? But now, either way, though, Gambit is still Balloon. We're still Balloon, so that's good. Low kick going to take out the Moon. This comes down to whether Axel can hit or not, I think, because we've seen its low kick. Rudy still had Terra. The play might have been to just Terra Gambit there. If that Gambit was like Terra Fire, the play was to Terra Fire. Actually, Haxorus with Terra might live an Axel here. No, it does not. No, especially not without Terra. I don't know what the plan was there. I don't know what you were thinking. Hatterene, I do not believe lives. If Hatterene's Terra Water, it obviously does. Oh, actually, no. So it's looking like Hatterene does survive here, and it does kill, I believe, with a D-Kiss. Not quite. You need to sack Moon first, and then it kills with a D-Kiss. Actually, likely kills with a D-Kiss. It's a little scary. And then you obviously do beat the Crown with Hatterene one-on-one. because this is a psychic Hatterene, I believe. Let's see. Do we see any critical hits? Do we see any misses? Hatterene first was a throw, by the way. That's why you should have gone into Moon for. Actually, no. I guess you can just sack Moon here, so it's kind of the same thing. I guess it doesn't matter. Why did you stay in? That was the worst play ever. Why did you... Why? You could have just sacked Roaring Moon to the Weavile and then easily beat this thing endgame. You've seen all its moves. I don't know what... Why did you leave Hatterene in there? That was unbelievable. A throw of epic proportions. That was a complete throw. I'm shocked that this late in the tournament we're getting plays where like you have 2 buttons and you click the complete one that makes you lose. Yeah, you probably do lose finals. I think we're about to get a matchup wash. Yeah, you did throw. At least he realized he threw that, but like, come on, man. Forgot about life. How do you forget about Life Orb? It's like it makes itself known every turn. It makes itself known as much as leftovers or anyway. And then no Terra was ever no. Oh, my bad. Okay, Blaziken was Terra Ground. So I will say I was making stuff up about Haxorus Terraing. Should not have said that, but yeah, no. The he's saying he's timid. He's jolly Life Orb. He's not timid. Okay, so complete throw from Rudy, and the game goes to Sinistcha. So, okay. Yep. Shall Purple when ready. Okay, I guess we're watching finals now. That was a really disappointing semis. I think we watched Rudy throw 2 games in a row to lose. And due to that, we got a less exciting grands because I think we're... well, hold on. Maybe Sinistcha can pull something out of the bag here. But it's looking good for Purple. Purple has been, frankly, the best player in this tournament. I've been impressed consistently with the decisions Purple has made. There have been some things I would do differently, but I wouldn't necessarily call them mistakes. A lot of cases, it's really Purple has been making a lot of solid calls that I really can't argue much with. And the team is interesting. The team is fun to watch, and it's got a really good matchup against Sinistcha. And as I said, that is totally Sinistcha's fault. Sinistcha could have brought a consistent offense or balance, or even a more consistent webs, but Sinistcha opted to bring a super gimmicky team, and you pay the price for that. When you bring a super gimmicky team, you get bad matchups. You get really bad matchups. That's what gimmicky teams do. Yeah, so I mean, get hyped. Get hyped. We are, where are we here? Let me just see where you guys are at. Yeah, so you guys are just witnessing the throw. Yeah, that's chat. This is what we call a throw. Yeah, that that was tough to watch. That was tough to watch. All you had to do was switch in the moon and let the Weavile die to Elo, and you were so free. It was so free. I just can't believe we have such major throws happening this late in the tournament. But I know I'm being a hater. It's been a long time. I'm feeling exhausted as well. I've been here for almost 4 hours. You guys have been here for almost 4 hours. So we'll give some... Rudy, you did pretty well. Still, thank you for participating. And all right, here we go. Yep, let's see what Sinistcha does. So here's the thing that I've been frustrated with when I watch Sinistcha play. He'll have a bad matchup, and then he'll play it as if it's not a bad matchup. When you have a bad matchup, you need to change your strategy. You need to go aggressive. You need to switch things up. That means not leading Rabombi on the Scizor. So I just keep seeing the same mediocre plays over and over. If Crown comes in here, I'm going to be livid. Like, when you have a bad matchup, you need to throw your opponent off. You need to go for hard reads. You need to make bold plays. You can't just do the same old tired thing over and over again. What I would recommend here is Tusk Spin. Hope bank on the Scizor para. Because remember, this Lando is eject too. This Lando is eject. So you can spin here. If the Scizor gets parried, you bulk up. And this puts you in a really good spot. Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm impressed. Sinistcha, you're doing the right... This is perfect. He's talking to me. He says, BTW Pinka, I have a better... Why didn't you bring it? If you have a better webs team, where is it? Let's see it. Okay, he built it yesterday, so he submitted it early. Okay. I see. But anyway, this is good. You bulk up here. If you're Sinistcha, you bulk up here. He's doing okay. He's making the different plays. Maybe Sinistcha has upgraded. I was not impressed with the playing against Rudy. I think the playing against Rudy was like the same every game. But this, it does seem as though he's learned. He's found the win con, and it is Tusk. It is absolutely Tusk here. Now, I will say, this is going to be challenging. You definitely Terra Fire and bulk up here. You need bulk ups on bulk ups, and the Volcanion is Terra Flying. So you're going to need to go for a hard call out and Ice Spinner the Volcanion. But hopefully Sinestcha's done some scouting and seen that. But we'll see. Well, looks like he did not scout the Wisp, so game 1 is over. Pretty much over. I don't see a recovery happening here. Why does a bug fighting type get Willow? I mean, anyway, so this Tusk, you now just pivot between Lando and U-turn with Slitherwing until it dies to burn damage. So this is over. Looks like something just happened that was hype in the chat. But yeah, and it looks like Purple is doing the right calls. He's making the right plays. Yeah, you just U-turn or Morning Sun. That's kind of fair too. Yeah, U-turn probably into Lando here. And you go into Slitherwing. Click a few more Morning Suns. Like, the Tusk is still threatening because it's still a Tusk with a bunch of boosts. But it's not that threatening. It's dying to burn damage slowly but surely. And Slithering is not taking that much. And you just Morning Sun U-turn here. You just keep doing it. Yeah, really solid playing from Purple. He knows he has the good matchup, and he's playing it safely and slowly. That's what you do when you have a good matchup. You play slowly and safely. He's not making reckless choices. He knows he's in the driver's seat, and he's staying in the driver's seat. It's good stuff. Now, taking a little bit more there, but there are enough Morning Suns to pretty comfortably still stall out this Tusk. So you're really not too worried about it. You might want to start spamming Morning Sun here instead of U-turn. Okay, CC, a little bit more of an aggressive option is fair. And here, I believe you do take too much. So I think you... Okay, I'm not fully on board with the Lando sack there. Oh, okay, I guess the read. Well, I stand corrected. I suppose that worked out fairly well. So yeah, Tusk just going to die to burn. If that Tusk had Terra fired, we could be looking at a very different game. Although probably the Terra Flying Volcanion would have shut it down. Now, Purple managed to shut it down without needing to use that. Now, something else to note, this is not first impression. So the Weavile is not going to be dealt with that way. That being said, Volcanion is healthy and ready to go. Scizor is healthy. Sinistcha says it's 90% over for me. If you mean in this game is super over for you. That Axel would have done like 15%. That was not a big deal. That Axel missing is not a game changer by any means. Volcanion is 4 times resisting ice, and triple Axel ain't freeze dry. So no, that Axel miss did not mean anything. I mean, we can check specifically. I'm gonna guess 50. Yeah, I would have done, okay, I would have done 20. Life Orb Axel would have done 20. And this Volcanion has, I happen to know, has Wisp. So Sinistcha is about to get an unfortunate awakening. Sinistcha has absolutely not been scouting. Absolutely not been scouting based on these plays. Okay, we're going to get the forfeit. That is fair. Oh, I don't know why I uploaded that. It's already uploaded automatically. All right, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and then I'll be back, and we'll continue this set. All right, we're back and just in time to watch. Okay, now let's think. How can Sinistcha do this? Parple is playing. Parple hasn't even had to bring out the Weavile. It's been that bad. Sinistcha now does know that there are Will-O-Wisps afoot. That's a big deal. So that's one thing to consider. What else? I mean, we got a DC from Sinistcha. That's not what you want to see. Let's see. Let's do a quick check-in on chat. Yeah, apparently people like Parple. That's good. Yeah, okay, so, and Rabambi. Rabambi, why do you keep leading with Rabambi? I mean, I guess you could, oh, jeez. Bro is clicking a 75 accuracy move and thinking it won't ever miss. Ugh. Sinistcha, man, you gotta stop bringing so much HO. This is I will say that when I had a session with this kid, he's so good, but he's an HO addict. He's got to let go of the hyper offense. And this is why. It's just not consistent. If you're a really solid player, you shouldn't be bringing HO every game. You're holding yourself back. Okay, so you just go for a very easy U-turn. Yeah, there we go. And Landorus is going to come in here and Grass Knot, and Sinestcha's not going to know about it, and he's going to die, and then he's going to lose the set. Oh, we didn't see the G-Knot. I don't know why we didn't see the G-Knot. Maybe, I hope you didn't change sets. Maybe that was to cover, oh, it was to cover the Terrafire. That makes sense. But either way, Rapid Spin, eject, Scizor comes in. The Wincon is dead. The Tusk is dead, so. Because, yeah, Crown is never getting past Hoopa. Moon is never getting past Weavile. Gambit is never getting past Slitherwing. Weavile is never getting past Scizor. This game is over. This game is over. Yeah. This is Sinestcha's fault. Like, and a combination of a well-built team from Parpol, good play from Parpol, but also a completely cheesy build from Sinestcha. This is what, like, you bring really cheesy teams, you get cheesed or you get match-upped. That is how it goes. Like, if you brought a size spam team to this tour, you would never win because it's really inconsistent. And the same thing goes with a Webs team that has like no removal. Yeah, so this is really easy. You just go Slitherwing here and you just CC. There's no reason to make any reads. You just close combat. And I imagine Slitherwing has got to be EV to outspeed Gambit. If it doesn't, just outspeed Gambit naturally. I think it only needs like a little bit of speed to outspeed Jolly Max, that is. Yeah. This is I mean, look, I don't see how Sinestcha gets out of this one. Okay, gonna go for the Wisp. I would have rather CC'd because of that. That's why you CC. But honestly, you're fine. You can just click it here. Wisp has a risk of missing as well. You outspeed. Of course it outspeeds. It's 287. What do you think? You're running a Wisp Slitherwing that doesn't outspeed Gambit? What are you, Sinestcha, bro? What are you like? You need to put like no speed, and you're probably not even Jolly. This thing probably needs like 8 speed EVs to outpace your Kingambit. I don't know what you are thinking this is going to be. Fortunate double hit, Wisp hit, though. Honestly, like if that had missed, we could have been looking at a different game. But yeah, no. Gambit's going to just go down there. I guess you get up Webs here if you really care that much. Scizor can kind of just come in, though. Personally, I think you bullet punch. Yep. Nicely done. You don't actually defog there because you have a chance of getting stun sport and parrot a million times. You just bullet punch and take it out because having that bullet punch is really nice for the Weavile and the Moon. And you can actually go Lando here because it can't get ejected out anymore, which is cool too. U-turn is probably the best play though. Just like I mean, that'll almost kill. Oh, no, looks like it will kill. I think that was a roll. Yeah, U-turn was a roll. You just go hard Hoopa on this. Hold on. If this thing starts missing moves, there's a... No, actually, no, there's no way. You just click Flamethrower here. If I knew Willow Terrafire game 1 and win, I doubt it. No, because the Volcanion was Terraflying and you clearly weren't scouting, so you probably would have lost to that. I think this is a lesson. You bring nice, consistent offense teams that have a lot of tools, and that is exactly what Parpol did. And I think Parpol deserved to take this one. As I said, Parpol, you've been the only player this tournament that has not made me cringe at all. You've been making good plays, good decisions consistently. Respect. You did well, you prepped well, you played well, you won. I mean, I guess it's not over, but like even a critical hit Focus Blast is not killing here. Yeah. Even a critical hit Focus Blast is never killing here. So you just Psychic Noise, and then I believe that kills. But, oh no, okay. So it doesn't. So a critical hit Focus Blast can kill here, but then Weavile just kills. Or Scizor just kills. So good stuff.